check. Mic check. I need to restream this. Okay, this is gonna be quite interesting because I don't have 19 set up. But okay, I'm just gonna go into it. Not expecting much. Okay, I don't know the mirror. I don't know the format of this, but I have to restream it. So here I am restreaming. You'll see a lot of streams. You'll see a lot of streams coming in.
Right area.
Alright, but this is basically just
plus
a part of the job.
Maybe not as used as often as she
Oh my god. You can just basically think about this as a part of the job. I'm just gonna make sure Chrome isn't overlapping my voice, and we can actually hear the background music too, while you guys can somehow hear the casters too. But overall, what we are gonna do this stream is I have to restream, so we're gonna watch the 2 games of the IVA, right? And then we'll be nitpicking what the team should be doing. It's kind of like a coaching thing from my point of view. As you can think about me as nitpicking, coaching, like basically mainly pointing out mistakes, right? So what I'm gonna do this stream, just a quick introduction, we are going to nitpick mistakes. We're gonna nitpick mistakes. We are going to talk about things. Okay, the color is horrid. We are going to talk about things like what they should do, what should be done, what shouldn't be done, ban pick mistakes, and strategies. So true, Lamo. It's okay if you don't watch this. Most people watch it anyway, but this is just part of the job. But yeah, so like for the people who start watching now, it's more or less going to be, okay, look, people are going to be angry at me. People are going to be offended by what I say. But look, if you're going to be coaching, if you're going to be nitpicking, if you want to get better, it is what we have to do. I'm too tired to be bothered to care about the black backlash after this stream. If anyone is really going to be like, oh, you shouldn't have been that mean. Look, if it's the truth, I can't be bothered. Anyways, we'll move on then. Hello, Danny. Hello, MG. We'll move on then. So we will speed up with the ban picks, right? We will speed up with the ban picks here real quick. So it's Red Church. It's round 1. We all agreed that opera singer is most likely going to be chosen, or it could be an Ivy. But from the Hunter's point of view, we banned Seer and Priestess, which is okay. But not a lot of people pick Seer and Priestess first 2 picks, which means maybe we'll pick someone else instead. Right? Maybe we'll pick someone else instead. From a Survivor side, which, you know, the Puppeteer and the Coordinator, it's a bog basic. Okay, if you pick Opera counters Puppeteer, and then Ivy, and the Coordinator counters Ivy. But then if we switch it around, you could say, okay, this guy counters, this guy kind of counters Ivy. This guy kind of counters Ivy if you force yourself to get 100 fear stacks. And then this girl kind of counters Opera, in a sense. Right? Hello Revo, hello Kawa. And then we banned Magician, we chose Merc, we banned Psycho, I don't know who we choose next, but like, for the likes of this, we ban it like this because we don't want multiple hits. For Opera on this map, it does work, right? Because there's so many pallets that you can pallet spam through your way. But like with 2 rescuers here, you need a decoder or a container. And usually what people will go is maybe Gardener, or even sometimes you can go Lawyer here. Lawyer wouldn't work that bad. Cheerleader here might not be the best case scenario. We'll just talk about this a little bit further as well, right? Because, well, just in the ranking season gets worse, just teammate who decide we need to prime 2 Cypher instead of body blocking, dead on chest of luck. Yeah, survivors do be like that, honestly, sometimes. But like, you see, here's a few issues with this team comp. First of all is you've 3 slow decoders. So you're like, what the hell? What the hell is this team comp? You choose out Cheerleader for who? For Cordy, for Merc, or for Puppeteer? No one here needs a Cheerleader to come out. Not only that, right, if you just really decide to choose Opera Singer here, Opera will most likely bring Blink. So it doesn't make sense for Cheerleader to come out. What is Cheerleader here for? Basically, bog basic, nothing. Cheerleader is basically here for nothing. Yes, you can get Puppeteer out, you can get Cordy out, but why permaban Coordinator? What's the point of permaban Coordinator, right? If you want to counter Ivy, you can always go Gardener. Gardener first pick can counter Opera. Gardener first pick can counter Ivy. So like, there's no point in trying to get rid of this girl when she's so good. She decodes fast early game. She has a gun to guarantee the thing. If they do decide to bring excitement, it doesn't matter. And like, no point in choosing this girl. Like, this more or less just seems like a trap. If the Hunter doesn't win here, it's a Hunter issue. It's not a Survivor issue, it's a Hunter issue. The Hunter should be at least getting a 4k here. 3k, 4k. Tie game is definitely very guaranteed. Right? So there's no point. Really no point. But then, like, if you look at the Hunter's ban here, it doesn't make sense to ban Seer and Priestess too. Because, like, okay, if they decide to choose Seer and Priestess here first, great! That means they're gonna go into global bans. They're not gonna be used anymore. But, like, for our Hunter, they're playing BQ. But then, like, BQ also doesn't matter. What are you gonna do against a cheerleader? Well, I mean, sorry, BQ. But then, like, if you choose BQ, then it's the Hunter's fault. What's the whole point of you playing BQ against this girl? What's the whole point about playing BQ against this guy? What's the whole point playing BQ against this guy? You're just going to lose. So there's no point. So there's really no point in that situation, right? And then, like, okay, you spawn Cordy in here, but what does spawning Cordy... Well, spawning Cordy in here, which means they want Cordy to be first chase. Right? So now what the survivors are trying to do is we want to try spawning location where it's easier, where it's harder for the Hunter to chase after Cordy. Right? That's kind of just the whole shebang of what's happening here. So, like... shouldn't really be playing BQ here. If BQ really wins, it's a survivor issue. If BQ really wins here, it's a survivor issue, not a Hunter issue. Right? If BQ really wins here, I'd be very surprised. Very surprised. So yeah, I did a V. Yeah, it's just team names. You don't need to mind about team names. They're just team names. I'm just nitpicking. Just being an asshole. Back to my asshole era. Haha. But then we are gonna speed things up. Here. Okay, so we move on towards the game. Okay, you do see the BQ going to the Cordy. So Cordy's gonna rotate around here for a little bit of time. BQ has mirror, so we're just gonna wait and see how this goes. Now, if BQ decides to throw mirror out and hit Cordy here, it does make sense. It does really kind of make sense. Now we are just trying to play ring around the rosy. So like with the Cordy first hit here, yes, the first hit will not register. We didn't really get that side step in properly, but this should still hit. If it doesn't hit, it's brilliant for Cordy. But it does hit, so it's okay for now. It's okay for now. And you do see as well Puppeteer being nearby trying to decode that cipher machine. Okay, Blink is also ready. They don't have enough items left to use. And then Cordy is now hiding because Puppeteer is nearby. Cordy will now be found because of footprints. Probably should have rotated. So there's nothing you can do in that situation, right? And then with that gun coming out, that's going to be excitement. You missed that again, but it seems like it's going to be registered anyway. Okay, no problem at all. That's good for BQ then. So what does this mean for survivors? What this means is, okay, we know that it's an excitement Bloody Queen, right? We know that it's an excitement Bloody Queen. And we're all pretty close and nearby. We need to at least rescue once against the Bloody Queen. Mercenary having wanted to order here, there's nothing that you can do. Cheerleader staying nearby is just to force cheerleader to use pom-poms here, right? But then, like, if possible, they need to rescue once. If not possible, sell it out. Try to go for the tie. Especially with the fact that Survivor has at least 2 cipher machines here. If you decide to sell here, it's probably a better choice. If you want to come into rescue, Cordy will to use, there's no point. There's really no point in the rescue, but that's a very nice body block for that guy. Puppeteer has to body block one last time, but it doesn't matter. There's no point in doing it. There's really no point in doing it because you have a mirror. You have a mirror. So, like, in this case scenario, what's our biggest issue? Our biggest issue is, why did we come into rescue? Why did we come into rescue? And now Cordy, okay. Okay. It's about time to get Cordy down. Oh, okay, Cordy's rebound kiting. Oh, okay, BQ is on a really bad spot right now if Cordy's rebound kiting. Okay, that's really bad if Cordy's rebound kiting. That's really bad if Cordy starts rebound kiting, especially with the fact that you have a mirror, right? You have the next mirror here, though. So the next mirror in mind, Cordy should be going down. Okay, but what does this mean? This means that you can start selling. You basically have 3.5 cipher machines now, right? And then, like, okay, so Cheerleader shouldn't have decoded here. Cheerleader needed to stop decoding. Or else BQ will immediately throw mirror out. But I guess if it can get rid of the pom-pom, it'll be good for BQ. But for Cheerleader here, overextend on the cipher machine. No. Shouldn't be doing that. Right now what BQ wants to do is she wants to force you to rescue. So BQ right now wants to force you to rescue. Let me just pause here real quick. And then we'll talk about how bad this is. We'll talk about how bad this is. right? So what do we know? We know that Cheerleader has a Cypher machine here. We know that Cheerleader has a Cypher machine in Shack. Now Cheerleader will be forced away Mercenary having borrowed time. Not borrowed time, wanted already here, right? Mercenary shouldn't be coming in. Even if they do want to get the Coordinator rescued, they're wasting a lot of time, they're wasting a lot of energy, right? Especially with the fact that Mercenary, you see the thing is, right? If Cheerleader was half health and the Mercenary goes into rescue, okay, it makes sense. Hello, Jam. How you doing? But it makes sense. Because, like, after Mercy rescues, Mercy can immediately go to Cheerleader to heal Cheerleader. But why does this not work in this situation? It's because of the fact that Cheerleader cannot heal the Mercy when you have Tide Turner on. And even if you do get a rescue, it means you are a half health. You are a half health. There's a Cheerleader out there at full health, but what can a BQ do? BQ can go after Puppeteer and then blink Puppeteer down. Realistically speaking, that's what you could do. For the Survivor's point of view, even if you get the rescue here, there's no point. You don't have enough Cypher machines. Sell and then save it for later. You can allow Cheerleader to stay nearby and just to waste time. She's 2 pom-poms. That's no problem with that. If she uses one, that's okay. That's one mirror gone anyways. Right? So then, like, the Mercenary coming here for a rescue, there's no points. You're just giving BQ free hits. You're really just giving BQ free hits. You don't want that. That's a no damage rescue, but what does this mean? You're not supposed to be body blocking here. You cannot body block here. No point in body blocking. You body block, mirror, you're dead. Right? That's moving through you. It doesn't matter. Mercenary got the no damage rescue. No problem. No problem. But leave. Leave. Why are you trying to body block a Coordinator with no items? If she has maybe a rugby ball, okay, it makes sense. You body block once, and then like you wait for the mirror to come out because they pull enough distance, and when the mirror comes out, sound effect appears, and then you immediately pull the rugby ball away. Okay, then that makes sense. But now, what do you have? You have, okay, Cheerleader wasting time to heal Mercenary. What else do you have? You have Puppeteer currently at half health. Who can heal Puppeteer? No one. Which means Puppeteer is now the next best chase. They all now have to hide. But because they all now have to hide, there's a chance for a Hunter here to actually win. Because of the fact that, okay, we have trump card ready. It's just a general bad comp. Merca slow. Do you see, the thing is, right, realistically speaking, this is a good comp against Bloody Queen because everyone can tank extra hit. You have a Coordinator who has a gun. You have a Mercenary who has 3 elbow pads, so that's 1 elbow pad per mirror. And then you have Cheerleader, which is one pom-pom per mirror or 2 pom-pom per mirror. But like, as long as BQ fails a mirror, it's always almost a guaranteed tie game. But now in this situation, you see Mercenary getting hit by the mirror image. Mercenary also wasting an elbow pad while getting hit, and then you get teleport on straight towards Puppeteer. You're not supposed to be allowing BQ to, you know, try to map control that much. Because what does this mean in this situation? What this means in this situation is that, okay, we're now going to chase after Puppeteer near this area. And Puppeteer has no items left to contain for late game. And then we close in such a huge distance. We didn't get hit, that's fine. But another issue is, okay, if that's the case, you would like to pop the Cypher machine before a Puppeteer gets normal hitted. And like, we'll just talk about why this is bad, right? Puppeteer gets found here. What does Puppeteer have to contain? Nothing. What does this mean for BQ? It means that all what it takes for BQ is to actually get a mirror ready. Is to actually just walk to Puppeteer and then hit him down and then mirror the Puppeteer down immediately, and then you can go towards the other gate. Now, this can still be a tie game for the survivors, of course. Right? This can still be a tie game for survivors because this team comp does counter Bloody Queen a lot. But now, you have Puppeteer near the last prime Cypher machine. You have Mercenary at half health. Okay, Cheerleader comes to rescue. What does that mean? It just means that you mirror towards Mercenary. And like, even if you do let Puppeteer out, does it matter much? No. BQ can mirror and then get Cheerleader down instead. Cheerleader has to come in. If Cheerleader decides not to pop one out of the way, okay, okay, we're gonna try force a Cypher machine. We got Mercy down. Okay, we see Cheerleader nearby. Okay, and now they're gonna try body block as much as possible. Mercy shouldn't be coming back! Cypher machine's prime. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Look. It doesn't matter. We've mirror ready. We have 20 seconds left on teleport. What does this mean? You mirror to Merc. You can sandwich situation here, right? You can sandwich situation here. Okay, who do you mirror to? At least Puppeteer's at full health, I guess, which is good news. Okay, maybe we should not have hit a Cheerleader and hit a Puppeteer instead. That's a BQ issue there. BQ should have hit Puppeteer. If you hit Puppeteer right here, Puppeteer will only be at half health and you can get Puppeteer down instead. But like, okay, TP is ready. 11 seconds left on the clock. You hit Mercenary down with no items remain. TP straight towards Cheerleader. Never mind. Okay, wait. Okay, we go. should have been a win game. This should have been a win game. This should have been a win game. This really should have been a win game. Okay. From BQ side, realistically speaking, we should have hit a puppeteer. We should have hit a puppeteer from BQ side. We're waiting for flywheel. No. Okay, we got him down. Okay, it shouldn't have been a tie game. Realistically speaking, it shouldn't have been a tie game. You hit puppeteer right there, it will be considered a 3-man elimination because puppeteer half health, puppeteer incapped, and then when he gets up, he's a half health. He cannot tank a detention hit, right? So that's the mistake of BQ right there. This team comp is supposed to be countering BQ pretty hard. I would say they got pretty lucky on the win, on the tie, at least. Really, really lucky on the tie. Overall, things like that shouldn't have happened. Overall, honestly. But now, if we move on straight to our second half, right? First 2 bans here, it's going to be Cordy, Anti-Current. Does make sense. You don't want them to be used. If they decide to choose Seer and Priestess here, in which a lot of people don't, it's fine. Especially against Opera too, and Ivy, if you want to try counter Ivy too. Gardner, Gardner and Whiting here does make pretty much a lot of sense. Yeah, like, yeah, they definitely could, but I think the only issue is they were all trying to rotate to another side of the map. We're just gonna skim through the ban picks real quick. So you ban Seer to pick Acrobat, no problem at all. And like, last ban here needs to be either a support or a decoder, but we decide to ban Puppeteer, that's fine. If you want, you can choose, who's good here? Lawyer isn't bad. Female Dancer also isn't bad, but the only issue with Female Dancer is it doesn't work well against Opera Singer early game, especially if you spawn her inside church. Who else? Okay, no, this is bad. No. We'll look, you never choose Entomologist. You generally just never choose Entomologist against Opera Singer, especially with A, how fast the attack recovery is against, and then B, how fast you can catch up, just the speed overall of Opera. So Melee, not a good choice. Like, if you want a better choice right there, probably Psychologist would have been a bit better. Probably Psychologist would have been better. Like, if they do decide to ban Seer and Puppeteer, then you can try pick Psycho instead, knowing that it most likely will be an Opera Singer. And of course, Psycho being able to tank 3 hits, right, is very similar to these two. Very similar to these two. And especially with so many pilots being around Graveyard as well, you can just allow Psycho to spawn in near towards Graveyard. Not directly inside, but near towards Graveyard. Which would make sense. She would at least count 90 seconds, and then you have like 2 fast decoders. Fast decoders, fast decoders. This one's a bit slow, but it's fine, but we can just put Tide Turner on Gardner alongside with Windows Speed Boost. Realistically speaking, right? So yeah, like, Entomologist here doesn't really make sense. Doesn't give a lot of opportunity. And like, when you give B support, 2-second support is probably the max you can get, realistically speaking now. There's not much you can do in this situation. I'm gonna speed things up. This might be a short stream. I just came back from work, by the way. But we'll move back a little bit. So, if we move on towards the game here, right? I don't know how we're down here already, but, you know... Okay, let's just say Entomologist first chase, Ento can contain. And then just... Okay, it's already 30 seconds in towards the game. That just means Blink is almost going to be ready and they don't have enough Cypher Machine. Entomologist here trying to get away from the area, you gotta hit already. Entomologist can't do much against, Opera. You see Entomologist B consumption here as well, right? It's not even 30 seconds in towards the game and it's gonna hit so much, and you can just dash over it. So like, Ento here doesn't make sense. Endo here doesn't make sense. Endo here doesn't make sense. So true. Thank you, Mirror. But yeah, Endo here really doesn't make sense in a way. Survivor-wise, we have 2 Tide Turners, which is fine. Gardner probably did need a Windows Speed Boost here. But like, Ento was just... Yeah, Ento is really sad against Opera. Ento shouldn't have been a pick here. Really shouldn't have been a pick here. Like, if Opera really wanted to, Opera could have brought Warp with Quenching Effect. Oh my god, we're dashing. Okay. Okay, I'm just trying to see what they're doing. Because like for Opera Singer right here, he can just hit Wailing to either gain presence, which is fine, or just force the rescue. Terror Shocking is a bit hard, so we're just seeing how it goes. Yeah, if it was 8, she definitely would have been alive, especially with rotating around 2-story to having so much area to run around. We miss a dasher, but that's fine. We can TP back here immediately, and then we have Blink as well. But like, that's a hit. Your bees are basically gone by this point. And there goes down Ento. You have 2.5 Cypher Machines done. Okay, great. But then, like, the only issue is, right, when we're in rank, what, like, the main idea is if you can get Blink out, it's always a good kite from you. Right? If you can get Blink out, it's always a good kite. Right, because like everything afterwards, survivors have 120 seconds to decode Cypher Machine. They can at least finish like 2.5, 3 ciphers by the time that, you know, you're sold off or something. Right, because like in realistic speaking, if we can get blink out, great. If we can't get blink out, but you contain for like 90 seconds and 100 just doesn't want to use blink, that's also good. That's also good. That's also good. So like in this case scenario, we're just gonna hit Gardener, because we won't get Gardener to half health. And look, we can take our time to chase after Ento here because of Tightener effect. It doesn't really matter. Can Ento get away? No. No, Ento can't get away, especially with the fact that like she's now dead on chair. And you have teleport. You can teleport immediately to the next target. If you get lucky, yes, you could go after... If you get lucky, you just... okay, yeah. If you get lucky, you can go after Gardener. You can TP immediately to Gardener, but if you don't, that's fine as well. If Gardener gets fully healed and you find Gardener, she has no window speed boost. She cannot continue. There's nothing you can do in this situation. So right now, we're missing one full Cypher Machine against Opera Singer. That's not good. And like knowing Opera Singer here, the last 3 Cypher Machines are on one side of the map. Because like that is the 4th Cypher Machine that they were decoding. Gardener's trying to hide, and we're looking for Acrobat right now. Acrobat have balls, yes. No, okay, this is Wilding. Okay, you just force Wilding on board and then leave. You just force Wilding on board and then leave. And then, okay, where's Gardener? Gardener's nearby. Gardener's nearby. So what does this mean? Gardener has no Tightener, no knee-jerk reflex. We see where Gardener is. It's basically just catch up here immediately, especially with a tight area like this. Get the hit and wait for the next bubble to come out and then blink it down. Right? So for the survivor side here, okay, you're trying to rotate. But now it just ended up as you losing the game because of the entomologist pick. The entomologist pick was the biggest issue. Ooh, didn't get hit over the pallet, nice. But the entomologist pick was the biggest issue of it all right there. Didn't get hit over the pallet, but you still get it down there. So like in this situation, Gardener goes down. You wasted 2 Tighterners already. So like you've no Tighterners remain, you can't do anything else anymore. They want to do a little bit of a map control-y situation here, trying to see the Cypher Machine decoding progress. They want to go after Acrobat, so then if you teleport back to Acrobat, then Acrobat can't do much, right? But then like even in this case scenario, when you chair the survivor, and even if Acrobat can finish off the Cypher Machine with no Tightener on my friend Wildling, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So true. Oh no, you can just think about this as reviewing pro player games. We're just nitpicking a lot. Because I rarely nitpick in IVL and IJL, simply because of the fact that they're, you know, how do I say this? Simply because of the fact that they probably like they're good tiers, and like everyone can nitpick what they do, but like it's just it's more or less just because of the fact that I'm like, okay, this is they have a coach to nitpick them all day. They have a coach to nitpick them all day. They probably do know it themselves as well. Like I would love to nitpick them too, just out of spite. But you know, for players like these, when we nitpick here, we do want them to get better. We do want them to make it towards the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals for co-op or even IVS. But yes, Lawyer would be a better pick compared to Ento here. You're able to move faster. You won't get terror shocked. You don't have to worry about Opera Singer, yada yada hoo. Right, you don't have to worry about that. But like, look, in this situation now, you just have survivors, 2 survivors half health, and the Cypher Machine is enough. So this is basically considered a lose game here for the survivors. Entomologist was a really bad ban pick there. Entomologist was horrible. Entomologist was really bad. There's nothing you can do there. There's really nothing I could have said there. It's just the entomologist that was the main issue. Okay, if they have Lawyer, maybe they can still go for the tie. Maybe without Lawyer, they definitely still be able to go for a tie. Right? Hello, Zero. So yeah, now it's just Wilding after half. No one can rescue. Gardener can definitely try to come in to rescue, but you know, they don't have enough Cypher Machines. When Gardener comes in, that means Wilding cannot come in to rescue. Even if Acrobat decodes, yada yada who cares? Right, so in this case scenario here, it's really just waiting for Wilding to be eliminated, and you know, just all the other things in mind. But of course, I'm not saying that the Hunter didn't do good. I'm just saying the survivors could have done better. Like the Hunter did what they have to do. Realistically speaking, usually when you play Opera Singer, if the survivors play well, it'll always become a tie. Right? It'll always become a tie no matter how well the Hunter does. But like in this case scenario, it's just entomologist, which is really not good. Now there are often times when Survivor starts flexing on the Opera Singer, and the Opera Singer and the Survivors ends up with a 4-man endgame, 3-man escape. That's just Survivor being Survivors. We have seen as well during the recent IDV Clue news that Leo's gonna get buffed, Opera and Ivy will be nerfed. So at the end of the season, so I'm gonna be pretty interested in seeing how it goes. Maybe I don't need to play Opera Singer anymore. Maybe Gala will be back to meta. Maybe they'll buff Gala. But this is going to be a 4-man elimination game, right? Because you're just going to start slugging 2 Cypher machines remaining. We're going to move on towards the next game. Okay, we're here. So where are we? We're in Chinatown. And it seems like our hunter, like, you see, the hunter banning these 2 does make sense. Like, sometimes hard coping, you know what, real. Okay, so when the hunter bans Seer's Priestess, that means they want to finish it in 2 games. IV wants to finish it in 2 wins. That's when you ban these 2 first. Immediately with Anti-Courier next ban, you'll most likely choose Aeroplanist here. Aero would work, Cheerleader will also work. Because Cheerleader, they can reset for Entomologist. Right? Especially with the fact that, like, you see, another issue with ban picks here is, you banned Opera Singer, and then you immediately show, like it doesn't make sense when you immediately ban Opera Singer, the hunters immediately ban these 2. That means you want to force hunters next ban into a rescuer ban, and they can only ban 1 rescuer, right? They can only ban 1 rescuer here. So what that means is you don't choose Mercenary out here first because you want to save him for later. A first officer here would definitely work really well. The only reason why you don't want to choose first officer is if you think that this guy has a Dream Witch. But like first officer works really well. You can definitely just choose 2 containers first instead, and then force the hunter to ban a rescuer. Right? Because if they don't ban a rescuer, you can tell yourself, okay, they ban a container, we'll pick a container. No problem at all. But like, you know, with the first 2 picks here, and then you decide to pick a rescuer, the hunter is not going to ban rescuer anymore. You're not forcing the hunter to ban any more rescuers, and you're putting him into global bans. Doesn't make sense. Like, in that sense, it's kind of like, okay, our ban picks need a little bit more. How do you force bans? You force bans based on how you choose, right? You don't really force the hunter. You don't say, I'm putting a gunpoint at your head saying you better ban a rescuer. What you're trying to say is, okay, we first pick 2, like if the hunter first bans 2, like these 2 are meta characters, right? That means the hunter wants to get rid of 2 meta characters. Which means, okay, in this case scenario, you can choose maybe, like in this map, what do you have? You have Acrobat, that's really good. It's good against Ivy, right? Who else is good against Ivy? You have Entomologist, which is also good against Ivy. So like if you chose Acrobat here, and then Merc is still alive, they will ban Mercenary here. They will ban Mercenary there. And then when they ban Mercenary, that means you can pick Anti-Current if you really want to pick Anti-Current. Right? But then like in this case scenario, okay, you ban 2 of my supporters, you ban 2 of my containers, I pick Rescuer immediately. I'm just telling the hunter, hey, you don't need to ban another hunter. I'm giving you free range of whatever the hell you want to ban during the kiting area. Free range. And that's not how we do it. That's not how we do it. Even if you decide to choose out a female dancer here first, it will also counter Ivy. Because female dancer can put a huge radius. And then imagine this is Ivy's radius, right? And then this is the female dancer in the middle decoding. Once they get leashed, they'll immediately jump out towards here, and then they can run out really fast and only gain maybe 16 stacks. And with 16 stacks, you also have the double 40 plus 40 stacks on Ivy's main body and, you know, ETM. It doesn't equate to 100 stacks. It's 96. 96 is less than 100, right? So like even a female dancer there would work. But now, see the hunter, you just full out ban all containers. Like if we banned Merc here, we could have definitely got Anti-Current down immediately. And like, this doesn't make sense as well, because now you can just go Ivy. Because like, you might say, hey, like if they're playing for fun, fair enough, but let's just assume that they're not playing for fun. Let's just assume that they're not playing for fun, right? But of course, like with the persona points, you know, just window, tide, window. It's probably the best you can do in this situation. If you did decide to bring out maybe a Joker or a wheel, it's okay because these two counter pretty hard. Maybe not cycle, but like those two counter pretty hard the other two. Right? So like in that case scenario, okay, makes sense. It does make sense. Lol, so true, Sugu. Well, to be fair, right? Composer is bad, but it kind of works well against Ivy. But if you do decide to choose Composer, and Nightwatch can counter Composer just like this as well, you know. But yeah, especially like if they can make it towards game 3, they don't have Merc anymore. So like what? Like okay, we'll also talk about one last thing, right? Just one last nitpick. Like if you think about game 3, like let's just say like let's move back a little bit. Let's say. Okay, let's say, look, if Merc was picked here, Merc going into permabans. So like imagine this is game 3, right? And then for game 3, you have Woiling permaband, you have Merc permaband, right? So then, okay, you're gonna ask yourself, what am I gonna ban for the first two if Woiling or Merc are permaband? Okay, so 2 rescuers are permaband. I get the ban 2. I'll ban 2 rescuers, right? I'll ban Gravekeeper, I'll ban GK, and I'll ban First Officer. So who can you choose now? You can choose Cordy, you can choose a Journalist, you can choose Forward. But what do all these survivors have, what do these 3 rescuers have in common? They may not be able to guarantee a rescue. Unless Forward pulls a ball into stun support, right? To stun and then get the rescue, but that means you're rescuing immediately off chair. And even with Tightener on Forward, it doesn't matter. Chair time is 30 seconds before I have Forward 20-second Tightener. Who cares? Who cares? Right? And then Cordy and Journalist is kind of really just saying this girl's most likely not bringing Tightener. Tightener's not going to be on Cordy. For Journalist, you're probably going to run Windows Speed Boost and Tide. So like, okay, you permaban Merc now. You basically killed yourself off for game 3. You've nothing left for game 3 to use. And then the Hunter can just choose Anne. And then they'll win because of chair camp. You need a rescuer. You need a rescuer, no matter what. You don't want the perma-ban. Like, perma-banning Wilding is okay. But then you've only 3 other... But then, like, if you perma-ban another one, it does not make sense for you. It is not worth it for you at all. I'm slouching so hard. The Christmas... Oh, lol. I need to get rid of the Christmas tree music! It's summer, I know. It's okay, it's Christmas for people down below. It's winter for them, lol. And then, like, you know, with the hermit pick here works so well because you run warp hermit. So even if this girl pulls distance, you can run warp and quenching effect. You gain 3 stacks of energy. You warp towards Ento. You speed boost, and then use Tempest. And then you get a first hit in maybe 10 seconds right afterwards. And then you open first presence. You have still 2 stacks left. You use 1 dash to catch up. By that time, you'll probably either have Typhoon or Tempest ready. And then for Entomologist, you most likely speed boost and then Tempest. So Ento will just be dead. In July, but it's... Yeah, I mean for the people down below. Yeah, you know, for the people down below. So like... It makes sense for Nightwatch to be chosen out here too, especially with how hard Ento gets countered by Nightwatch now, especially with Warp. Right? I personally think, does he always do maths like this before? I usually do, yes, because when you analyze, it's like every second counts. So like, I do maths. Like the Cowboy video, I did a lot of maths too. I know it's a bit of a like iffy biffy situation, but it's rank first. Good luck ranking, my friend. Good luck ranking. Honestly, good luck ranking. It's a tough game for you. But like, see here from the Hunter side, you have quenching effect, and then you have warp here as well, so we can just catch up immediately if you can't find anyone else. And like for He Tian here, he got his first stack, right? What do we mean when we get our first stack? It just means we're gonna try getting near Entomologist, and Ento is over here. Where's Ento? Ento's behind us, but we're just trying to annoy them from we want to stop him from decoding. 20 seconds left until quenching effect. If Ento goes back there, all what Nightwatch has to do is stand near the stairs, put a warp out, and then catch up immediately with speed boost. and there's nothing that Ento can do. So right now, Nightwatch is just waiting, and they don't have enough Cypher Machines because they need to rotate. You need to rotate against the Nightwatch. Or is this really bad for you? But okay, question effect. We see where Ento is. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Entomologist. Yeah, see, speed boost and then Typhoon. And then, okay, that's a beautiful flywheel, but does it matter? No, not really. Because now we know Entomologist actually has Typhoon. And you just got the bees away too. No, Entomologist has flywheel. So that means Entomologist cannot pull distance. Entomologist is gonna go down. He has another speed boost and another slow debuff. You can just do that and then get a hit down with a Terror Shock down. That's Nightwatch almost max presence. That's Nightwatch almost max presence. Cause like realistically speaking, okay, Ento, it's not a bad chase. But then like if you really want to contain, you need to rotate to 2-story. So then it's really hard for you to get the warp out. But in this case scenario, Ento didn't manage to do it on time. Ento didn't manage to do it on time. So yeah. So like, okay, the Cypher Machine seems like it's gonna be 3 Cypher Machines done. But like, also at the same time, Nightwatch is almost max presence. Mercenary is gonna come into rescue. Mercenary is pretty early in for the rescue, I won't lie. For Nightwatcher, you can just force a rescue. Yeah, yeah. But like, because of his nerf, he did go down. But because of Warp being available now, he's back being good. Like, yes, his down might be a little bit slower, but he's still kind of good. He's still kind of good. With a basement here being nearby, if we could have gotten the Typhoon back, you know, that would be great. But like in this case scenario, you need Psycho to whistle Merc. You've a basement nearby. Are you gonna rescue? No. By the time Ento is eliminated, you have Warp. You can start the next target immediately. If you're lucky, you'll find Psychologist and get Psycho down. Yeah, Morph really made him meta, which is I think is pretty much a good thing. But seeing in this case scenario too. With Warp being ready, with Merc being nearby, we're trying to not get Tinnitus range, but we got Tinnitus now. Since when Warp, I think, you know, I do have to formally apologize because I always thought Warp was bad. But like, the issue with Warp is kind of like Teleport in a sense. But then like, it works really well if the survivors didn't decode early game. Right, because then it's a bit more flexible. It's kind of how it would work. It kind of became a little bit more flexible. Because it's only 40-second cooldown too. Yeah, and it's definitely really good. Because like, what Warp does is, it's really good for hunters who needs to catch up to survivors to land their skills in order to get a hit. For example, Wax Artist and Anne are the perfect 2 examples. Right, and then for hunters who can gain items, like Nightwatch, also works for them. But I guess it is bad if you don't decode, but then like, if you do decode, it's also an issue with the fact that survivors are going to get disturbed by Nightwatch regardless of what happens, because they'll just rotate around. But like in this case scenario, we didn't manage to find anyone else. Survivors did a really good job on push and pull, but it could have went really bad if we found maybe Psycho there immediately. And everyone has flywheel here too. Yeah, I did. I remember the days when I thought it was bad. No, it's still bad for certain hunters, but the majority of hunters that weren't supposed to be meta, they kind of made the hunters more viable with Warp. Yeah, realistically speaking, it's just because of the shorter cooldown, because it's shorter than Blink. Some people use it as if it's Blink. I use it as if it's Blink too when I'm against Cheerleader, when I'm against Fire Investigator, when I'm against Mercenary. And when I'm against First Officer. Yeah, the thing, like, I never liked it with Bonbon, but then I guess it does make sense because Bonbon can try gain, like, you know, a 2 chips with 6 bombs. It kind of is possible, but the Mercenary here will go down, and then we'll go back into basement, so Mercenary's quite a bad area here. Same side. Oh yeah, with the last 3 Cypher Machines are really close now, that's an issue. Mercenary going down. I feel if we just chair Mercenary in basement here, it kind of does make sense. A Psycho might be found here. Psycho is going to be found here. Okay, that's really bad. Speed boost over and slow debuff. No, we're just going to catch. Okay, nice flywheel. That's fine, but it doesn't matter because even if you put that down, that's going to be a vault over and you get a normal hit here anyways. So we're going to normal hit here. And then we're going to dash back for Mercenary because now only Composer can... Not Composer. Okay, we're gonna... I feel like maybe chairing the Merc here into basement and then forcing Psycho to run towards the Cypher Machine and then getting Psycho down near the Cypher Machine might have been a better idea. But, you know... No well. No, I guess that's fine too. Like even if it's a double down situation on the psychologist, it kind of does make sense because you're gonna force Merc to self heal. So then, like if Merc really comes to rescue, you can down Merc first and then go after Psycho. That's my line of thought right there. But now I guess you can still chart a little bit closely back towards the last cipher. You won't be able to fully camp it, but it'll be a little bit closer. It will be a little bit closer. For Night Watch right now, we need to be able to find Psycho. Psycho's gonna decode. Merc has pocket watch. They could still type. They play this well, but it's hard to play it well. It's really hard to play it well because I feel like if Night Watch just uses Tempest, like the slow debuff, and then pull distance against the pocket watch, it's still viable to actually just fully cancel it. And then Novelist is going to be after half here too with 35 seconds left on towards the clock right now. That window is going to be broken soon. And for the Hunter right here, he can just activate Speed Boost because that window is going to be broken. Okay, we're not going to do it. And we're going to heal on the other side. Yeah, it's fine. Even if we heal on the other side. Ento, no, okay. Psycho didn't get the slow debuff, which is pretty lucky. But with this vault over, I think we can just charge attack it. We're waiting for flywheel, okay, but there is no flywheel. Okay, now we can go back in basement then if that's the case. We can 100% go back in basement. If Novelist comes in to rescue... No, Novelist is going to decode. We're going into basement. Merc is a bit too close for... Okay, Merc just have to hide somewhere. Merc just has to hide somewhere here and it can still be a tie game. Which is going to be hard, especially when White and Merc kind of warp here on the Survivor side. But we're going to be able to see Merc. Merc might have come in too early. We're going over to Novelist right now. Novelist doesn't have a storybook just yet. We're going to get a hit over the pallet right here. Okay. That might be pretty bad here. We need to break the pallet. We need to break the pallet. Break! Oh, nice pullback! Break the pallet! Oh my god. Just break one. Just break one, man. Just break one. Okay. Change? Okay, change. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Speed boost? Okay, that's fine. It's a 3K. It's a 3K. It's a 3K. Okay. If you didn't break the pallet, okay, should have broken the pallet. Okay, they popped the cipher machine. It doesn't matter. Night Watch now has 4 dashes. It's still a 3K. It's still a 3K right here. So, yeah, for the survivors, 18 seconds is enough. POV, yeah, POV me. Yeah, so they're trying to open yeah, with just one Typhoon, it's not gonna open. Just one Typhoon pullback. Now primed, we are going to try to hit Psych. Ooh! Yeah, you just hit Merc here. Yeah, and then it's a 3K. And then it's a 3K. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, it's a 3K, it's a 3K. So like that could have still been a tie, but you know, oh well. Okay, let's see. For our second half, you're going to be able to see Cordy. So Cordy and Puppeteer is gone. We're gonna ban Opera Singer, which means Ivy is a possibility to come out. So you ban Priest as anti-current. Fair enough, I guess. Fair enough. Psycho better Psycho than Merc. Yeah, it's better to hit Psycho than Merc. It is. We banned Lizard, I guess, because we want to finish this in a few games. If that's the case, they need to counter both Ivy and Opera Singer. In this case, you would like to choose Psycho here. So Psycho is a good choice. Psycho. Another good choice, if you really want to play it safe, you could go... You could go Acrobat. Acrobat is also a safe choice here. So Psycho, Acrobat first 2. You can get Patient out instead of Psychologist if you want to make sure you can contain. But Patient is usually only good near 2-story areas, especially on maps like this. So you need to designate Patient to a 2-story area. Acrobat works basically anywhere overall. And another viable pick would be... Look, if you want to... You wouldn't pick Seer here because IV is still a thing, right? Yeah, Embalmer makes sense. Embalmer can also work here for the guarantee tie. Embalmer also works. Embalmer counters Ivy pretty hard. And even if first chase is Embalmer on the Opera Singer, yes, you can just still do whatever you want. Now, Lawyer does work if you spawn Lawyer in Hotel, especially against Opera Singer Ivy. It does work really well. Just stay on the stairs against Ivy, can't do much. And then for Opera Singer, you can just loop around, you know, the 2-story area. Lawyer definitely works. But I think for them right now, they want to go for a little bit more of a safer option. Just because, I guess. Arrow would be good against Ivy. Arrow would not be good against Opera Singer. Because if Opera Singer is max presence, Arrow cannot pull that much of a distance. Yeah, and the speed boost definitely works well as well, yeah. Yeah. Oh, they ban Patient. They ban Patient. So they have to pick another container here. They need to pick another kiter here. They could go Rescuer if they want. Since Merc isn't permaban, so I guess it works. Right, they just want to play a little bit more safe. That's fine. And then Female Dancer last ban. They don't need Cheerleader. Realistically speaking, Cheerleader isn't really necessary here. You want to decode fast, as you said as well. Lawyer can definitely work. Who else can work here? Just going through all the Survivor pool in my head. You could go Arrow with it. Like, Arrow would work as well with the decoding boost. Arrow works as well with a 2% decoding boost. That's a little bit of a Cypher Rush potential there for you. But like with Prospector, I guess really, I don't know. Magician, yes, Magician works against both Ivy and Opera. Magician definitely works as well. A lot of the pro players now want to use Prospector as a countermeasure to Ivy. Look, I don't know how that works. I don't, like, they're like, okay, I'll force myself to get 100 stacks and then push back, in which I say, Sometimes they want to do the stun as well, right? But then, like, I feel like the stun is just too hard to be bothered, so I just don't. Hello, Sausage, how are we? So, like, I just don't, really. Yeah, Lucino, because Yagakami is, like, a Lucino main, and I guess they just want to play it really safe on this map. So it's just for them, it's like, whatever, we'll play against Opera. Like, a lot of the pro teams would know how to play against Opera anyways, so, like, for them, it's really just, it doesn't matter. Okay, look, if we get 4-man eliminated, who cares? We're fine. We're fine. Our Hunter 4-man eliminated last match anyways, and like even if we get 4-man eliminated here, we're still ahead on points. So for them, it doesn't really matter. You dude, yeah, I like maybe like for Prospector right now, right? The whole spiel about Prospector here is if he isn't first chase, he's a great rebound kite harasser. He does not have to force a survivor to rebound kite because this guy can buy at least 30 seconds, which is at least 40% decoding progress. And you can buy 40%, if you can buy 40% decoding progress, like, you know, with a normal Opera Singer, it's usually 2.5 Cypher Machine down, right? If you can buy 40% decoding progress with one survivor, multiply by that by 2, you get 80% decoding progress. So let's say 250% decoding progress plus 80% decoding progress equals to 320%, 30% decoding progress. And we also have to take into consideration of Tide Turner too. So let's just give 20, well, Tide Turner is usually 25 to 30%, we'll say 25. So that's 355 decoding progress. And assuming that Prospector needs to rotate away, like the last Cypher Machine being done by Acrobat and the Mercenary finishing off the last 45% Cypher Machine, look, it's fine. Prospector now is used to buy as much time as possible. Yes, he's not good when it comes to, he's good for rebound kite potential, but you don't need to rebound kite. You don't need to rebound kite. You just want to buy the extra 20-30 seconds for your other two survivors to decode as long as possible and then sell off the survivor. That's kind of how it works. Hello, Bland. That's kind of how it works, right? Especially with, like, you know, Embalmer here, especially with, you know, Acrobat here, you just want to buy time. That's kind of what you want. And I guess Prospector does decode fast as well with his calibration. I don't know, does his calibration thing get nerfed or something? I think people did say it got nerfed, but I don't know. So, oh well. Who are we going to go after first? We are going after Acrobat first. It's going to depend on how long Acrobat here can actually contain. It is going to depend on how Acrobat can contain here. But we got the Vault over, that's fine. We're going to get the Teleport over too. And Acrobat, that's going to be a first mobile there being utilized. That's a pallet so nicely done by the Acrobat. For Acrobat right now, it's 1 pallet speed boost, 1 ball consumption. That's usually how it would work here. You do have your fireball ready. You're going to try dash in towards an area. Like, yeah, in that case scenario here, you can just play around the area. And with the pallet there being dropped down, you're just trying to play around. Can we get in between the pallet? Ooh, we couldn't. I mean, that's fine too. You have around 60% decoding progress. Did Embalmer see Acrobat's face? And the mud ball here works because you slow down Opera by a lot. The slowdown really does hurt. The slowdown really does hurt. But now you've almost 2 Cypher Machines done. You cannot blink the Acrobat down just yet because he's putting such huge distance against you. Acrobat might not have a ball just yet, but he does have Windows Speed Boost. That's not a hit over the pallet, but that's a blink. Okay. Yeah, that's not good. For for Opera right now, it's more or less of a situation of, you know, you can't really complain about it because you're against Acro, and Acro goes down here. That's fine. 2.5 Cypher Machine done, and then you can still Cypher Rush. 2.5 Cypher Machine done, you can still Cypher Rush. Now, they're probably not gonna self-heal right now. They're probably gonna get Merc to do the usual shenanigan spiel, and they can get Prospector come in to harass for a little bit longer, and then after Acrobat self-heals, you know, it's a free-for-all. That's most likely what it should happen. But if Prospector doesn't want to come in, I guess that's fine too. We're just going to rescue before allow Acrobat to rotate a little bit further away, and then you'll have 4.5 Cypher Machines done by that point. So, like, it's really a tie game here for the survivors. So we're going to see here. Unless this is a Terror Shock, which... I hit the chair! Okay, body blocking here is fine because you want Acrobat to rotate towards the window area, but now you need to leave. Prospector is going to come into harass now, so as long as Acrobat downing a pretty hard area to... Okay, we're going to downing basements, that's fine. It's fine to downing basement, because that means when Acrobat gets shared, you can immediately embalm, and Opera needs to take a little bit of a longer time to actually catch up. Now you see it's 2.5 Cypher Machine done. They can have 2 survivors to rush the last Cypher Machine. You can have Embalmer and Mercenary rush the last Cypher Machine, and then once Prospector finishes 77% Cypher Machine, just open a completely new one. So right now it doesn't matter for the survivor. It's really just a free-for-all. Yeah. So there's that too. We also, like, yes, we can catch up fast, but, like, even if you catch up fast, it doesn't matter. Acrobat just needs it down towards the corner, and that's honestly... Oh, okay, we're... Yeah, with the Cypher Machine pop there, it's a 4-man endgame. It's a 4-man endgame. There's nothing you can do here. Sadly. With that in mind, last Cypher Machine at 52%, Acrobat, and... So Prospector is healing Acro, and then they can just start another new Cypher Machine. So right now, what it really is about is, you know, Survivor chose this team on to guarantee the tie. There's nothing that Opera Senior can do here. Yes, you might say if Opera Senior got that blink down, it might have been better. Yes, that will guarantee you the tie at best. That will still only guarantee you the tie at best, because of the fact that Prospector is still there, Mercenary is still there, and Embalmer is still there. Right? Even if the Acrobat didn't contain for long, once Prospector is there to harass just for a little bit of time, it basically, like, if Prospector harasses there, right, Embalmer can most likely just rotate towards Hotel and then drop the coffin up in 2-story area, which still buys more time for Acrobat to contain. So, like, it's kind of just like saying, hey, yes, you could do this, maybe you can do that, but what will be the result at the end of the day is still going to be a tie. This Opera is playing with yellow pin. Yeah, that too. That too long. You know, if I'm going to be playing for IBT and I have to play Opera Singer, I don't want to. Like, I have to, but I don't want to because of the yellow pin. It just annoys me a lot. But, like, okay, in this case scenario, 2 Cypher Machines at 90% plus. What can we do? Realistically speaking, not much. Acrobat needs to leave here a little bit because Acrobat is going to be dead on chair. Yes, you might put Acrobat near the gate. He opens gate slow, but at least it's still a tie game. They only need a tie, and they can pop the Cypher Machine right here. And then you have Mercenary and Embalmer on the other side of the map. Even if Acrobat gets down here, it doesn't matter. Even if Prospector gets down here, it doesn't matter. The delay leaps are really annoying. So, like, realistically speaking, right, for, like, the EU GAN, if you can't win against Americans, not your fault. For the American GAN, if you play against EU, look, man, if you're suffering from yellow pin, it's just unfortunate, but it is what it is. There's nothing we can do. But usually survivors would have an upper hand if you have 3 survivors from the EU in your team, and then your opponent hunter is American. They'll face yellow pin, but of course we'll also face yellow pin, so it is what it is. I don't know if that got patched. I do get green pins sometimes, but that's only on PC. I never get it on mobile anymore. But I guess it's also because of the fact that most EU players are playing on PC. So yeah. Never use it, yeah. They could, well, they're probably, they want a 4-man, yeah. But like, in Balber near the exit gate, right, it's already a guaranteed tie game, which is a win for, you know, IVE's team. And then they got the rescue here. Okay, beautiful. That's a pushback. It's a dungeon nearby. There is a dungeon near towards the corner, though. Ooh, we might be able to make it towards the dungeon, but we don't have Windows speed boost, so I'm gonna have to see how this goes. We're running towards the other side right now. We're going to check if... Okay, if there isn't... Okay, we are... Okay, this... You know what? Now Sugu mentioned that, Jesus Christ, it is a bit choppy. Oh, it is a... Oh, no. Oh, pilot speed. Oh, no, Cypher speed boost. Oh, yeah, it's a 4-man, GG's. I tried saying low tickets to side. Yeah, it's really rare for us to get green pin when you play with everyone from here. Yeah, but the thing is, if I'm playing Hunter, it's always Americans I'm up against, so I'm like, as you know what I mean. Jesus Christ, now Sugu mentioned that I just saw. Yeah, so like there's nothing Opera can do there as well. Okay, moving on. We're gonna play BAM picks in 1.75 speed. Yeah, what they meant for calibration team is just nerf prospector doesn't trigger more calibrations anymore. Oh, okay, but I guess you can still get golden calibration pretty easily. It's just a lot less. Hello, Tempest, how are you? I also review with you, so true. Okay, so we have these two. Oh, Tempest, you were playing for IVA too, I remember. I don't know if we got through top 8. I wasn't commentating for some of the games. So, okay, anti-current. Okay, that makes sense. These two first pick. Okay, fair enough. Nothing you can do. Bomb Puppeteer. Pick Priestess. Now, unpopular opinion. I don't think Priestess counters Opera. Unpopular opinion. Priestess does not counter Opera. Right? Because, like, Opera Singer, you can... Like, Priestess stun duration reduced. Priestess even... Like, okay, maybe if you want to put portals towards Graveyard, it will work because it's in open area. But I still don't like Priestess. Stopping for the point to it. Yeah, that's but like Priestess, but like okay, first officer last band here makes sense because they need to pick a rescuer. Hunter knows what they're doing. There's really not really much we can say. It's really the Priestess pick that gives me a bit of a iffy situation. It is easily. Yeah, you mained Opera Singer like for 6 months, didn't you? So yeah, I saw you on your channel and on your shorts as well. You did main Opera Singer, and then you're now for the Ivy. Lol, so true. Entomologist Hunter next? Yeah, so like for me right now, all we can do. So like Hunter, it's most likely going to be Opera Singer. There's nothing you can do here. So IVA somewhat torment. Oh no, it's IVA. It's IVA. Now IVT will start soon for SEA and NAEU. For those of you who are going to join, Suku, are you going to join with your team if you have one? And then IVS is for Asia. Now I did wanted to create IVE. I did wanted to create IVE, in which I probably will rename to IVR. Identity. Because like I want to create a Europe tourney. Because like with my post when I said EU versus... Oh wait, Goldman's next. You're right, Goldman's next. Sorry. Okay, this might be a small issue. Like, the issue with Priestess here is, okay, if she loops over here, she's going to use one portal to go towards here, another portal to go towards the open area. I don't know how well it works for Priestess. Let's go. Yeah, the devs team did a great job. They did. But, you know, we're going to move back. I don't even know if I'm going to be playing. I won't lie, I don't even know what I'm going to be playing. But let's move on towards the game. We're going to be able to see Opera here. This Opera looks like green pin, I won't lie. It does look like green pin. Opera always just catch up even. Yeah, it's kind of like one of the main reasons why I don't really like, you know. Okay, for Opera right here, it doesn't matter. Just break the 2 pallets. I would break the other one too because they can rotate towards Graveyard with the other one. But, you know, no. Bit late, but... Was Dreamwitch played? Yes, once in finals, but not in this. I think. I don't think Dreamwitch was played here. It was played by Miaopai in finals last game. But not in this one, not in this one. Now you have 2 survivors in one area. There's nothing you can do here. For the survivor side, it really is just trying to play as safe as possible. Magician rotating really good. Magician having 3 wands really good. Opera singer having blink here. There's nothing you can do as well. Our early game decoding is a little bit slow, but at least pat it down. Okay, pat it down, good. But let's just say at least, right? Even if the blink gets forced out here, you can go towards corner. So that's gonna be, yeah, like the magician is just magician. Magician really is just magician. You can buy a tiny bit more time. Probably can't vault over that, so there's nothing you can do. 70, like, you know, when it's 70 seconds into towards the game and you get your first hit, it's a relatively good thing. But like, you know, it's opera we're talking about. You're not gonna blink here. You shouldn't be blinking here, and it's just a few dashes to catch up. Now, if magician can blink predict this one, it'll be great, but it's hard. You're survival must go. That's why I could have. Yeah, no, I do get 70 ms. 70 ms. It's never 90 ms for me, but I do get 70 ms. When I was in France, it was 68 ms, so I don't think there's any difference. But at least, but I don't know why, right? When I was connecting to America in France, I had like 100 ms. When I'm back in my own home, I have 130 ms. I don't even know how it works anymore. Not if any, get relatively green pin with close, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty good for Russian server though. I felt bad for like, you know, Russia, Germany, all the people like on towards a little bit of a western side of Europe. They just had a bad time. Really, really bad time. I was very thankful for my 100 ms, but now I guess I'm just in between America and Russia, so it's just that. People in between, yeah. Sometimes we do get our 70 ms though. Now, my green pin comes from 5G. I pay like 55 euros a month for my 5G, and I'm the only one using it. Right, so then, like, you know, for those of you who have 4G, you might have a little bit of a oofy situation with not having green pin anymore, because, like, you know, I had to pay for it. I had to pay for it. Like it's not for everyone. Like buying a box isn't for everyone. I'm just very lucky to be able to find a job. Oh, nice. This is bad. That is really bad. Now, the issue with this game right now is it's a free-for-all. Everyone has to heal. You can go after a priestess here and then immediately change targets because they have to heal. And oh, that isn't a hide over pallet, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, that's a very icky gun. That's a very icky gun, and that's a down. But yeah. Every day I know you play in China. Hiko. Out of pure curiosity, you don't have to say it to me, but I'll be going to China for 3 weeks soon. Well, during Christmas, because I need to see my grandparents. One of them have cancer, so, you know, I have to do it. But oh, nice. You know what? The abnormal wasn't bad. But aside from that, do you have a personal identification number? Out of pure curiosity. Assuming you are not from mainland China, because I'm not from mainland China. I'm born in Europe. I'm born in Ireland, you know. So like, it's for me. I was talking to Seleni about it, who was who's basically a sugar bun in our stream before, but then they're just busy, so they can't attend. They offered me their accounts, but they're using their mom's PPS number, personal number. So I'm kind of like, I thank you for the offer, but I'm kind of, I'm like, yeah, I want to play in China server, but I also have to ask my grandparents if I can use their PPS number too. I'm just wondering, can you somehow get an authorized? Okay, that's some portal. Can you get an authorized PPS number? Cause like I would probably stream every day to be like Road to Hydra for 3 weeks. I'll try to play 2 sessions a day. I don't know how my grandparents will view me. I'll just say it's work. But you know, during that time, I don't even know how. I probably use VPN to stream on YouTube. It'll probably be really laggy. I don't even know what network provider they're using. I need to buy network provider, which is going to be really hard on me as well. But you know, I'll buy 5G SIM cards just so I'll just play on mobile. I'm gonna, you know, buy a gaming phone just for the sake of it, and I'm going back during winter, so my phone probably wouldn't overheat. But you know, like, that's kind of just my iffy moment right there. It's like, you know what I'm saying? My skill. No, you see, my skill will go up, but I'll be depressed. Not a good. I don't think it's a good. Even could have an exchange, but not too bad. For glucose right here, he can immediately go after the survivor who. Okay, no, they're going to new cipher machine. It's fine. It's fine for them. At least, yeah. No, yeah, I will. Yeah, I will definitely have constant green pen. But I think it's more or less just How am I gonna stream? Not sure for those details, but I'm playing on VPN since I moved. Okay. I'm assuming you don't have I'm assuming you don't have identification numbers then, because like with Selene, she was telling me that you need PBS number. That's how the government monitors you. You know if you're less than 18, you can only play 2 hours a week. You know that's how they monitor. Lol. We'll get the meows again. Lol. There is rank for 3 sessions today, but I'll mainly do 2. I'll only do 2 max, because I don't want to like, you know with grandparents, it's like you don't want to be on their bad side. Like you want to be a good enough grandson. You want to be a good enough grandson before they move on, let's say, right? You want to at least not let them worry. Like I'll tell them it's for work and stuff, but it's like, probably not during midnight sessions. Probably not during midnight. So you do want to be a bit of a better grandson for that part too, There's a lot of responsibility, especially with like, some of my grandparents are pretty traditional too, so like they're not sexist, but they are traditional, so there's that too. Game on CN sorry look cool, but I couldn't. Yeah, I need to buy a new phone as well, because I don't think I can use an iPhone to download CN apps. I won't lie. Could I have similar situation? Yeah. Oh, but to be fair, right? So like you're working hard. How do I say it? You're working hard. You have a really good following. And like you're basically earning money too. And I'm sure you made I'm sure everyone here will make their parents proud, but I guess sometimes you just gotta be like It's so funny. It's really so funny sometimes. Anyways, aside from that, it's gonna be a 4K here because everyone was at half health. It shouldn't be body blocking against Opera CN. It doesn't work like that. But yeah, I got on CN server with random CN info. Yeah, like it's just if you get found out, I think there's a really bad fight. Like you know how if you attack someone online, they'll know who it is, and like there was news about people like IDV cheaters and they got jailed. Yeah, that's where PPS number comes in. Lol. I'm gonna move on towards the next one. So we just talked about the ban picks real quick. Gaje deciding to ban cheerleader, and so this is a ban for Ivy. We want to choose Ivy right here. These two isn't a bad pick. I probably will choose acrobat instead, but it seems like they're saying my parents, I have to help them. Oof, Jesus Christ. Oof. Okay, yeah, that's pretty complicated. Yeah, that is pretty complicated, my lord. But yeah, like overall, it's kind of just the first officer next ban. We pick Wildling. Okay, I guess Wildling isn't the worst, isn't the best either. I would have went Merc, but Wildling isn't bad. Let's say it is. Yeah, it is. I mean, hopefully it'll get better, but I don't know. What can I do? Lol. I'm more worried about your health figure. Lol, you work too much. Lol. No, yeah, they do. That's the deal. I use an alt either way, Lamal. The thing, I don't know, right? Because, like, from what I've heard, like, okay, I'm CN. But, like, with all due to respect for my fellow CN viewers. Like, everything, like, maybe it's Western bias, but it's just, can they get my IP? Will I be murdered? Will I be on a hit list? Like, realistic speaking, I as much as I appreciate the culture, I don't want to live in China and stand the heat. Anyways, ban picks here. This is good. Kind of an overall counter between the both two. Because I probably won't. One of my videos was uploaded on Bilibili and I got like 40k views. because it was reacting to the Joker 4K 3 years ago, but I probably won't on stream on Weibo. I don't even think I'll get a following. I'll just see if I can make it to, you know, top 10 gala in Asia, in China server, and just end it there, you know. There are big as yeah, it's Ivy with the cheerleader and Psycho first 2 picks. It kind of does make sense for it to be an Ivy. Yeah. My current device connected to my mother's number. Oh, okay. Yeah. I guess it's a bit safer to use your mother's. Yeah. I'll probably use my grandparents. I don't think my cousins will be willing to give me theirs, but I'll probably ask my grandparents. I'll probably have to message them a month prior if it's possible. Because there's so many things to do, right? There's me going back to China by myself. I need to get a SIM card. I need to do legal documents. I need to spend time with both grandparents from both sides. And I have only 3 weeks to do that. I'll probably stream. I'll probably run up and down the stairs. Maybe we will do an IRL stream just once for me to show you guys around. Now, realistically speaking, I don't know if I'm gonna get murdered for that or not if I do it on YouTube, because YouTube is banned over there. I don't know if I can actually do a, you know, IRL stream, just bring you guys outside just to show you maybe the beach where I kind of live. And like, it's kind of okay for me to do it too, because I don't live there permanently, so it wouldn't really be a breach of, you know, thing. And I don't think anyone would really be going to my grandparents' place realistically. So there you go. Yeah, I probably will not risk it, but I'll make some VODs and I'll probably just upload them when I come back. I'll see how it goes. I probably have some bloggers do. They do, right? I remember there is one that they do. Okay, I remember there is one. But they're alive, and they're alive. Okay, the good news is they're alive. Yeah. No, I don't live in big cities. I'm mainly a farmer. So you know, there's that too. But yeah, I can show you guys some pictures. I can show. I'll show it to you on my phone, so it's gonna be a bit scuffed, right? But do I have any pictures? I don't think I do. Okay, I don't think I do. If I am gonna show you pictures, I'm gonna have to blur the faces for it. Okay, but yeah. La. Yeah, I'll be fine. But overall, Ivy stay on this 2-story. There's nothing Godjay can do. This is gonna be pretty bad for GH right now. You can just pre-record the footage. Yeah, show some caves. You know what? I could. I'll see if I can find IDV merch, because I don't think I'll be traveling to, like, you know, Beijing or something. Because, like, I don't know how developed my place is now. I do remember 6 years ago they were doing stuff, but, like, I just, like, you know, how the KFC is. Oh my god. I'll actually say this on stream because it was on mainline media as well. Did anyone remember a few years ago where they're, like, CNKFC was putting in, rags, dirty rags, and some type of non-edible things into their chicken and mixing it together, and there was a huge scandal about that? Do you remember that? Because I do for some reason. No, it's just a few years ago. It's something I remember. Okay, Gardner force taking, that is pretty good. No, it's either rags or they were putting in like some meat that were not supposed to be eaten. Yeah. Do you remember what it was, Crindle? Because I remember it was definitely something non-edible, but also at the same time, I'm not sure if it was rags or if it was like rats or if it was like, I don't know, something. I'm quite sure it did. It's a few years ago. Like, some of you are pretty young, but like I was pretty young too. But I just remember seeing it on the news. It's just something that stuck with me. It's really just something that stuck with me. It really is just something that's like, now when I do vlogs, I'll be on my own. I won't be doing it around my family because they're gonna cringe at me. I'm gonna cringe at myself. Wilding did. There's also nothing Wilding can do, to be fair, because Ivy can kind of just scream. But you know, I'll prefer Russian version American fast food. So tell us how the Chinese. I'll see how much it has changed. I'll pull up one picture. Okay, I can show you this much without showing. Okay, you see lips, but you can't see much here. I'll have to pull up my OBS. You can is this even a restream, I wonder. Let me reply to a message real quick. Let me change my epic pen to something else real quick. Let me just pull this big. Hello? I don't know if you can see that, but that's basically what my sister was using back at home on the first day back. You see lips? Yeah, that's lips. And they didn't send me much, right? Because like the whole spiel about going to CN right now is like when you go back, like you will get stomach aches, which is really annoying. Now you see this part up here. I thought that was feathers for a second until I had to squint in. Like this really looks like feathers. I genuinely thought they were eating pigeons, but then I just realized they were fish fins. Lol. Russian food courts has been That sucks. Yeah. Oh yeah, you were telling me about it too. I remember now. So good. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that is fish fins. That's not birds. That's not pigeons. That's fish fins. That's fish fins. Okay. Just to clarify, that's actually fish fins because my sister will never eat birds. I wouldn't too, because it's scary as hell. Well, that's not my look. Respectfully, not my gourmet. Not my thing to do. Okay, Gardner taking the stocks, which is really good. Promotion in fast food, I can never get full compared to normal food being used pots. Jesus. But yeah, there's okay, nice scream, but we got the pallet down there, so that's unfortunate for Gotcha. Yeah, Ivy kind of just hurts here now. Ivy kinda just hurts here now. But you know, like for all of you, like hello Esmeta as Amisoda, but like for all of you, like moving forward with life, like you know, don't try not to worry too much about it. Just do what you have to do, and then like your hard work will be rewarded. Like sometimes you might think it won't be rewarded, but like you know, I guess my rule of life really is just it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Cause you know, like you never know. Maybe you learn piano for like 3 years and then you'll never use it again. But then like maybe in the near future when you have, I don't know, when you're in wedding concerts, you can play the piano for someone. When you have boyfriend, girlfriend, you can impress them. It'll always end up well somehow. Oh, that's a very nice blink down, but it doesn't matter because Gajay needs a tie here. The survivor's tying here is fine. And yeah, I saw the burps on nerves. Yeah, Ember. Yeah, Ember was unexpected. Really unexpected. I used to go to Sensei when I was in China a few years ago. They had this orange juice I really liked. Was it in a bottle and then like the bottle was not perfectly shaped, but at least the bottle, and then the wrapper was blue? Was it that orange? Because I used to drink it a lot. Lol. Oh wait, another funny story. Another pretty... Okay, that's it. Okay, we're gonna go for a one-man... Okay, you know what? One-man escape here is fine. Look, they got a 4... Like, survive. Their hunter got a 4K. They're just playing it freely right now. Yeah, that one. Yeah. I drank... I think I drank too much of that. I've converted myself to drink milk more. Like the Chinese milks. It's a bit better for me. So rush it fast with everything. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. But yeah, it's just things like that, really. It's been so long. Okay, enjoy your trip next year. If it's in the summer, good luck to you, because I don't like summer trips. Oh, we're gonna move on to our second half. I'm gonna let you guys watch band picks. I'm gonna get something from downstairs. Give me 30 seconds. Give me 30 seconds. I have recent, well, it's been a few years, right? But I personally prefer drinking coconut a lot because it kind of helps out your throat and it's good for your breath. True stream, so true. But like overall, I would drink this. Sometimes I drink this at home. For those of you who are CN, you probably know what this is. You probably do know this as well. That's an icon. They've been using this model for, I guess, this moment I was born until now. So it's kind of the same packaging overall. It's coconut milk. Something I used to drink back at home a lot. But then like there's like so much sugar. I think there's more sugar than like compared to Coke. So it's like okay. Puppeteer. Puppeteer Seer isn't bad first 2 picks. They're gonna play it very, very tanky. You're gonna play it very, 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 very tanky. Now I do not have nails, so I'm trying to find what I can use to open it. But like overall, it's just overall it's just okay. There we go. Overall, it's just so yeah. What else do we see here? Aeroplanispan isn't bad. I guess it's because I already chose a rescuer. Yeah, it's more or less a tank team here. I'm gonna move to this new place. No, there's some Chinese supermarkets, but they're hella expensive. I buy it sometimes when I need to. It's also for lol. So true. You know what? Yeah. Gotcha. They want him to play Opera. Opera doesn't work well against this team on this map as well because you need to like there's a lot of hits here. And then this guy's good in Shack. This guy's good in Big Boat. And this guy's also good in small boat. So like Akro is just kind of insane here. It is fire. But also at the same time, it's so bad for you that I don't recommend it, which is why I've converted to drinking most of the time. Yeah. Okay, Opera. Yeah, Opera does make sense. Opera does make sense. Now, this stream will probably be sent to NetEase. And if they really watch it, I'm probably going to be screwed. So I hope they don't watch it. I might need to mute this, guys. This might be really bad. This might be really bad. Lightning Sunny in Russia is like you. Jesus. Now, to be fair, I think Korean noodles are probably the best when it comes to the spicy Korean ones. I personally do think Korean noodles are probably better. Korean instant noodles. Now, with that being said, I like Chinese dough-made noodles because they have texture. Cold kvass and water kvass. Oh, enlighten me, my friend. But anyways, we're gonna be chasing after. So chasing after Seer here. Realistically, for Seer early game, he can gain as much. He can get a second owl. If Seer contains well, he can always get a second owl. But like usually the bog basic Seer kites with the pallet spams, you can always get an owl. Very beautiful pallet stun. Seer should have around 30%, 40% owl percentage rate right now. So, like overall, if you just use all the pallets nearby, even if Dash comes out, it doesn't really matter. That's going to be a vault over. Seer has 50% owl. Seer should have his next owl soon because he's looking at Opera Singer all the time here. If Opera decides to break pallets, it just lets Seer to get more. Okay, that's a vault over. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Hello, Entity. That's not bad, but it's to the half cipher. Okay, Seer probably 80% owl. Probably 80% owl. You probably would rescue at least once now. It's ramen and then noodles there like 30%, the rest is the broth. To be fair, the broth is kind of the good part, but you know, not healthy for you. Hello NTD, how are we doing? Oh my lord. You're always I think your sleep schedule is ruined, my friend. Respectfully. Anyways, back to this. Actually, I have another thing to show you guys. I've been done dirty with the photos. I've been done so dirty with photos. That's going to be head on towards Acrobat. Acrobat Tide Turner here. We realize Acrobat having Tide Turner. We want to double down on the Acrobat. Yeah, that's good for GH because you know they have a slower time in containing, but it's also good for this year because he should be able to get a second owl out soon. Is he? I would like to see it from Seer's perspective how much owl he has. He should have his owl. Okay, Seer got his owl back. Seer just got his owl back if it was here. The wrong way. Seer did just get his owl back, so that's pretty good. Pretty nice. From Stream YT. Yeah, no, but they need to see the whole thing. They need to see the whole thing. To get on around footage. Yeah. IVA is like IVA is an official tourney. It's sponsored by NetEase. The main organizers are Nello Mello and Shushu, and I'm quite sure. I think Posh is is one of the main organizers too. They do a lot of work on it, and it's mainly for Southeast Asia players, of course. You know, because you know it's mainly Southeast Asia players that have a little bit more of that, you know, span. So yeah. Okay, that's the L coming out. That's overall. Yeah, with I mean, the Seer content, like even with the double down, doesn't matter. Seer can rebound kite for quite a bit of time. Alongside with the L coming out here too, it's good. It's good for the survivors. Pretty good. Okay, we vaulted over, but we go down. That's fine. It's still a guarantee tie game here at least. That's fine. Yeah, it is sponsored by Nice. It is background. Yeah, they do have a prize pool too. I think it's also. If I'm not wrong, I also think it's a ticket to IVS. I do also think it's a ticket to IVS as well. So there's that too. Yeah. It's okay. I don't really go. Yeah. As long as okay. Thanks. Being like, what I get here, man? If I start vlogging, see, and then just forget about all the YouTubers I recording. You see, I'm like, I'm off my head. Now, with that in mind, I don't say, okay, you know what, to be fair, during my rank streams, I don't really do a lot of story time, so I've quite a lot stacked up if I remember them. I don't remember them on rank because I'm too focused with the game sometimes. But another part of the story time is, I don't know if I told you guys, but like, did I mention anything about a white person dating CN people, like in Shanghai, in Beijing? Did I ever mention? I know the stream is delayed, of course, so then like you won't be able to get the story. I won't be able to know the answer in maybe 2 to 3 minutes. But you know, just tell me if I ever mentioned that or not, because I don't think we want me to be repeating the same things over and over again. Stream is rich, yeah. No, okay, you didn't. Okay. So, it's a PP span. Oh, I guess, yeah. I guess professionalism is a huge thing as well. I do think, yeah. Oh well. Oh yeah. Okay, but Terror Shock, very nice Terror Shock down. But okay, I'll just story time. If you're a white, or if you are European, or if you do not look Chinese. So these are the criteria. Now, as bad as I'm gonna make it, as bad as I'm gonna make it sound, I'm gonna make it. This sounds really bad. Oh, nice! Oh, I never knew that you can do that. But okay, as bad as this is as I'm gonna make this sound, right? The categories are if you're white / European, and you or you don't look Chinese or Asian, right? Like if you look Mexican, if you look like, I don't know, what else is there? Puerto Rican, if you look Spanish, if you just does not look Asian, right? If you just don't look Asian, I'm going to speed this up so we can move on towards the next one. If you don't look Asian, bomb picks as well. If you don't look Asian, right? And then you go out to do your dating simulator, right? This is what I heard from a Chinese guy of mine. Now, we'll move on to the black part later. Okay, we'll move on to that part later. I will not say black was a category. Don't want to be, I'm not trying to be offensive, but I'm just saying black is a whole other situation. Okay. But like, if you're somewhat white, let's just say it this way. Now, this is not me trying to offend anyone, just spoilers. This is just a story that I got told. Okay, but back to the thing. If you're white, if you're white, European, don't look Chinese, Asian, or black, right? I'll just put that there. Or BPOC for those of you who prefer BPOC, but then like for me, really, it's just, I don't care whether you're white or black. It doesn't really matter to me. There's nothing wrong with skin color. Once again, reaffirm everyone, no hate. You're white, black, Asian, yellow, I don't care, orange, I'm green. But with that in mind, okay, so if you're white, not Chinese, not Asian, not black people of color, and you're going out to do your dating sims, apparently, so the CN girls who are, let's say, the CN girls who are what again? Who are a little bit on the new gen side, like the new generation side, they kind of would prefer to go out with, this type Where's my mouse gone? Okay, this type of man, right? This is mainly for girls. Or I'm not saying majority, but I'm just saying from what I heard, they would typically prefer going out with these guys because they have a how do I say, media. They have a media view of white male. Because imagine Dracula. Imagine a vampire. Story time, by the way. How to love you. Imagine a vampire. Imagine a. What else is a typical stereotypical? What else is very stereotypical? I'm just trying to get it in my brain right now about white people. The thing is, I've been living in Ireland, but I don't even know about it. What else is really stupid? Just somewhere along the lines of what is that? What is there any drama? Is there any drama? No, you'll get to know soon, Lavi. Don't worry, you'll get to know soon. You'll get to know soon. No, this is real life. It's not in game. It's real life experience because this Asian dude in my class, he went on dates. Right? He told me this explicitly. Now, to recap for the ones who come in, I was just talking about, dating in Shanghai, Beijing, in China. And if you're white, the category, the criteria is if you're white and you don't look Chinese, Asian, black person of color, and you go out dating. CN Girls has a media view of white people. They would tend to prefer to go out with white people more. And like, if you're blonde, that's a plus. If you're blonde, that's a huge plus, apparently. Right? And it's kind of like just that they have this really different view. They probably mainly view like those kind of guys as Prince Charming or something. And they typically prefer going out with them more. That's what I heard. That's what I've been told. Now, this is gonna get offensive. If you're German, in a nutshell, kinda yes. Now, this might get a bit offensive, but listen, it's what I've been told. This is kind of offensive, but it's what I've seen and what I've been told. So you know how Europeans really like tan? Like in Ireland, you see a lot of girls trying to get tanned, right? And then so this is for maybe European mainly. So tan is like a huge thing here, in Ireland especially. In China, we want to get white. Now, as bad as that sounds, I will pause the stream. I will pull up Chinese celebrities. I'll pull up Chinese celebrity. I will say female Chinese celebrities. Now, the recent male ones are the same, but you cannot tell me that's not white. Realistic? Yeah, they do that. They also in Korea too. That's right as well, right? But like, so white. So no, it's not going down the rabbit hole. I'm just saying based off, like what I've been told and experienced. But like, they prefer being lighter skinned. It's a beauty standard over there compared to Europe where you want to get tanned. Now, even the male ones are the same. I don't like for like, yeah, it's just, it is just beauty standards. Cause like for like male, female, it's kind of like, your beauty standards is prefer to have light skinned. It is, well, how do I say this to you? It's not a lot of makeup. It's more so of the fact that like it's a lot of beauty products, Chinese beauty products to make skin brighter. Just whatever I have. Like if you look at this, I'd be like, what the fuck? I'd be like, girl, like it's more like cream beauty products. Yeah, it's different places, different views, and like foundation. But like they'd typically prefer to go a bit brighter. Do you know what I mean? So it's just like it's a bit of a toxic thing from the Western point of view of getting really light color skin, like this one. It's just the beauty products overall, right? Like the contrast is huge. Contrast is huge. We'll go back to this game real quick. But like back to the story time. But like my man, I get my SPF from the best one. What's SPF? So I'm not good with the, you know. If you're talking about makeup, I'm not good at it. I'm so sorry. Like POV men, haha. Throw myself under the bus a little bit. But do you know what I mean? It really is just different beauty standards. I have a Korean friend, honestly, she looks paler than me. Yeah. Like you like to get tan, they like to get like, you know, lighter skinned. Realistically speaking, if it was me, like if I was just being me, I'd say you want to get orange, they want to get white, because I don't really care. But what people say, but you know, like you do have to be careful. Oh, sun protection. Okay. Yeah. Oh my god, there's some protection cream there. It's insane too. But to be fair, like the sun there is pretty hot. I go out with an umbrella because I will get sunburned. I will roast to death. I will become. How do we call it? I will become the next. What was that food called again? I'll become the next beef jerky. Realistically speaking, I will become the next beef jerky right over there. But like it's insane. But like back to the story we go. So like you have more chances. You have more chances of dating a CN girl if you have lighter skin. If you have lighter skin, right? And they just have different perspectives of you. They will probably see you as a prince. They will probably see you as, you know, Prince Charming. They'll probably see you as rich. They'll probably see you as a green card. Now, to all the girls in CN watching me, look, sometimes I do exaggerate this. Sometimes. Okay, bye, Sugu. Thank you for coming. Closing in 30. Okay, go. But like, back to what I was saying. Look. As much of an Asian as I am, yes, I'm stereotyping a little bit here. Yes, not all girls look at you as green cards, but you know, it's just what it is. Even for men too, they'll see it as green card. You know, it's not only for female, just for those females that get offended in case But back to what I was saying. Yeah, you've basically a more chance of dating. You basically a higher chance of dating, apparently, because like my friend is, yeah, it is about the majority, but like my friend is. What about dating types? We'll get into that. I will really get into that for you. Japanese women have a lot of stereotypes too, to be honest. But we'll finish with a woman first, right? So like for to be fair with you, right? Like CN standards are absolutely insane with the hourglass body types too. I won't lie, that's a lot for me. But like not saying it's bad, but it's just a little bit too toxic. It's really hard to get hourglass. But like what I was about to say, oh yeah, okay. So like it's just more chance. You just have more chances of dating, especially light colored. If you're blonde, if you're like somewhat white, you just have more chances. I know my Asian friend, well, he's not a friend, he's more of a classmate. Sorry if you are watching this, but you are more of a classmate. We don't hang out outside of school. My Asian friend, he is light. He's like, if you look at my skin, this is genuinely speaking considered light, right? But I still look orange. But this is brown or orange, whatever you want to call me. But this is still a little bit light. But he's like maybe 2 tones lighter than I am. He's not white, but he's 2 tones lighter than I am. Right? So then like classmates don't. So then like when he went out dating with this girl, right? I need to draw. Okay, girls don't always wear dresses, but this is the best I can do. I'm not good at drawing. Sorry, not sorry. Don't always have long hair. Sorry, not sorry. But when he went out with this girl, she thought he was white, which is so funny. I was like, girl, she thought he was white. Apparently, I mean, like he has the equivalent male features of a panda. It's just my way of saying yes. He does look a tiny bit. He does look cute, in a sense, right? I have no problem calling people cute, by the way. But he does look like a panda red fox. His face, it does look cute. It is pretty charming. He is a good fellow. He is a good looking lad. He is pretty nice built as well. But then like when they were talking, because of the fact that this guy does not speak a lot of Chinese, this girl thought like this guy was white. Right? Because like, he can't even, like, bro, if you're watching this, you can't even speak Chinese to me properly. I'm not trying to offend you or anything, but you know, you gotta get it up there. It's just me being realistic. So like, you know, he can't speak Chinese, so like, maybe I'm even saying look, if I say it wrong, you gotta correct me in the comments. But like, he thought she was white, and then he kind of asked the girls about it too, about like, you know, white men, and they were like, oh yeah, this, that, you know, white men, yeah, you know, they probably would prefer to date white men more. Maybe I'm fabricating the story a little bit. But it's really funny too, right? Cause like yeah, most likely. But I think they were just out for a coffee or like a boba tea, a coffee, you know, thing, a coffee date or something. But like, what is really funny is genuinely the fact that it's a tie game. Okay, we'll move on towards game 3. What's genuinely really funny for me is the fact that this guy can't even go out to a date with another girl, realistically speaking. Because like, there's a bit of communication error right there. Because like, you know, when my man speaks, he does talk. Like, I have an accent, right? They can hear my accent, but I can speak without stopping or stuttering. Right, but then my man, he just speaks English more, to be honest with you, yada yada who. But like, even if they do get together, it'll be only for two months at max. Now look, I complimented him. I will also just, I'm a very honest guy. I give compliments when I give it. I'm just a bit, you know, I don't fully throw someone under the bus. But you know, now he's watching this stream. Like, hi guys, I know you're gonna hate me, but sorry. Okay, that's a bit cringe. But back to what I was saying too. It's more, it's just kind of like that too, right? It's kind of just like that too, right? What else was I about to say? So yeah, they were just talking about this girl, and then he just told me, oh yeah, they do prefer white dudes more, and I was like, okay, fair enough. I see where this is going, yada 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 who, the Prince Charming vibes, the blonde hair vibes, and the Dracula vibes, the girl, I don't know. But like, you see, with that in mind, there's also like, we like, you know how there's this thing in, I don't know, it's not just Discord, right? But it's mainly Discord. You have like, you know, e-kittens, you have like, like long distance relationship dates, right? Yeah, Dracula vibe in a nutshell, right? So in CN, I think it's even worse than here. In CN, it's even worse than here, because like, realistically speaking, right, if you really, if my friend really fully committed to a date, like with this girl, now once again, the dress, don't come at me, with this girl, it will probably only last 2 months. Just because of the fact that I don't want to be rude, but nightlife scares me a little bit. Now, I know some people like going to nightlifes. I know people don't cheat in nightlives, but like, realistically speaking, if you're on a long distance relationship and then your one goes to nightlife a lot, I would personally be worried. Like, I will personally be worried myself. You know, like, I'll actually show you a video too. Give me a sec. How long of a stream has this been? How long have I been streaming? Okay, it's only 8:20. I'm pretty happy. Round 1. I'm gonna come to YouTube. Okay, there's 56 of you tuned in. That's I think that's good enough. Nightlife Shanghai. Okay, I'll just show you. Okay, just this overall. Can you guys hear this? I can't hear it. Give me a sec. Okay, I think you guys can hear this. This UI looks like PowerPoint. So true. Okay, wait. Perfect example of a white guy. Sorry. Oh, that's too low. Okay, let me tune that up. Okay, this would be very loud.
Top of the peninsula. Cocktails can be a bit pricey, but well worth it for this insane view of Shanghai. I'm going to a place called Bar Rouge, the most popular place on the planet.
To socialize with expats and locals, and hopefully make some new friends in the process. Big tip, it's
Okay,
ladies' night
this
on
is pretty good.
Thursdays. Also, the bartenders don't know moderation. They will fill up your cup to the rim. This
Oh
is
wait,
true, bartenders don't know
another perfect
moderation.
example of a white guy. I know he doesn't have blonde
They
hair,
will
but
fill
like
up your
perfect
cup
example.
to the rim. This is truly a solid bar in Shanghai.
Let's check out Mint, one of the hot clubs on the planet.
Okay.
This club owner must have been like,
Sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads.
This is not for me, by the way. Same white guy, he was hired.
Mint was one of my favorite clubs. Solid beats and high energy crowd. Even blow-up dolls made their rounds. And how can you have sharks with
Blow-up
laser beams
dolls.
without mini-me?
Okay, close your eyes. Kids, no, like, close your eyes. I think that's, I didn't think it go that far. I'm so sorry for the kids in the stream. I'm so sorry. Just for you didn't see anything. I did not, look, hands up, no, sorry, I didn't know as well, look. But like, this is kind of why, like, not really, but that is what a typical nightlife in, like, you know, the big cities will look like. And then imagine you're dating imagine you're a guy from Ireland. I'm just gonna draw a stick, man. Imagine you're a guy dating a girl, and then she goes to that. Now I'm not saying they do go to that, but I'm saying I'm just saying, you know, when you go out dating, like how he did it, I would say probably, like, this is an assumption, this is me being biased, this is maybe not true, but from what I've seen as well, like, usually girls that look pretty are rich. Usually when they look pretty, they're rich. It's just how it goes. In this life, you're only ugly because you don't have enough money. Okay? You're only ugly because you don't have enough money. Cause like a lot of guys and girls buy so much products. You know, like, you're only ugly because you don't have enough money. It's not your fault, it's just how this world works. It's really just how this world works. So like, you know, when you go on e-date, like, this is kind of why I don't like e-dates like this. I'm not saying you can't find good girls, you can't find good guys, but like, you know, if you're going to nightclubs looking for girls, looking for guys, are they trustworthy enough in a sense? You'd give a huge question mark. You'd give a huge question mark. You know, I wouldn't like to eat about, yeah, you'd give it a huge question mark. You would give it a huge question mark, right? And then that's kind of what nightlife is like in the big cities. I have never went. I probably won't, to be honest with you. Even if I'm forced to, I won't. I won't really stay in China for long periods of time. But you know, like, with that in mind, you're kind of just like saying, you're just like, you know. So like, for you did in genuine, yeah, well, I mean, it is genuine to a certain extent if you find the right people, but most of the time it's a huge question mark. It is a huge question mark, to be honest with you. Like, okay, if you have plans moving forward to meet, yes, it could definitely work. It has a high chance of working. But if none of you are working towards a chance of meeting, then nah, you know, it's like, nah. He's going for I probably wouldn't date him. Yeah, it sometimes depends too. Like, sometimes, yes, it works if you have both plans working towards it, but other times just not so much, which is the unfortunate thing. With that still in mind, though, I'm so shy I can't even have a normal kind of pats, my poor. Not your, pats, for you. I say my poor a lot because I say that to who again? To kids. Just to kids overall. Because, you know, like, kids are usually little angels. Usually. We call them pets here in Ireland. I usually say pets too as well sometimes, but, you know, But yeah. Anyways, aside from it's kind of just that, right? So like back, so like how does this make how is what I'm saying about e-dating related to that? It's really just, you know, overall things like this. Little pest lol, so true. Little grunting on this job. But like, you know, it really is just, if you really do date them, it's really hard. It's really hard to actually make it work, especially in big cities like Shanghai, especially when, you know, why are you going to wait for someone else when there is other good looking guys out there instead of that guy out there? You know, it's okay, he missed a hit. Ooh, that hurts. You know, pursue my crush. I also don't know if she likes me, but oh, Danny. Well, Danny, to be honest with you, okay, I'm not qualified to say this, but you know, I'm also scared, right, when it comes to things like that. But I guess like, okay, this might sound a bit, no, this probably isn't harsh, but I personally cannot go and confess my feelings to someone. Do you think Clark? I think she's okay with. I think she's okay against certain team comps, like maybe double decoder comps. She's definitely good, right? With warp, with blink, it definitely is possible. But always what I say. Look, honestly, for Danny, for you, I personally can't do it too, right? Because I have, I would maybe fear, maybe trauma. However, you know, the world would like to see it fish. But I also can't do it. Oh, she's continents away. Well, I mean, you could make it like, how do I say this? Have you guys been talking for a long time? Have you guys been still communicating? Have you guys been talking almost every day? Usually indications like this could, you know, kind of help you realize whether it'll work or not. Okay, that's lower down. But like overall, it's kind of just like, look, you gotta give it if you like someone, you gotta give it a shot. For me personally, I got really lucky that they were the one who confessed to me first. I genuinely can't. I'm too scared as well. Especially, you know, I'll be a little bit vulnerable here. I got my first relationship. I got ghosted for 3 months. I messaged them every day, but I got ghosted for 3 months, and then I had a mental breakdown until they finally, like, I messaged them every day. They didn't message me back. It was very hurtful for me. I've been depressed. I've this, that, the other. And you know, yes, it's hard. Yes, it is hard. But I guess that's just what, you know, just what a relationship is. You need to be brave, right? Like, being in a relationship is about being brave. You need to it's because you need to understand that yes, you will get hurt. You need to understand that yes, you know, things will happen. Maybe they'll cheat, maybe you're the one who actually does the bad thing, but like, as long as you understand that and then face it, that's kind of how you can move on with things like that. Now, we were all immature once, you know, you're young most likely, and you're young, you're full of potential, you're not old like me, lol. And you know, there's going to be more opportunities for you too. Even if it doesn't work this time, you'll find someone the next time. Even if you don't, that's fine as well. Be happy with yourself. That's kind of how this world works right now. Yeah, it's a tough world for all of us. It's a really tough world for all of us, honestly. But you know, I'm not saying you should tell them your feelings, because that'll be very hypocritical of me. I wasn't the one that did it, right? But like, my feelings has been hurt twice. The second time was me being immature as well. But like, at the end of the day, I wasn't the one at fault. Their friend told me that they were flirting with another guy, and I you know, I confronted them, and then I may have said things I shouldn't have said, right? But I was young and immature. But then at the end of the day, yes, they were at fault. You forgive them. Yes, you forgive them. It's closure for yourself, not for anyone else. But like, as long as you know yourself, okay, it's not gonna work this time. We'll heal, recover, recuperate until next time. It's just really for everyone. Like, it's not for everyone. Sometimes when you face things like that, you don't trust them anymore. That's also fine too. It's not your fault. But I guess really at the end of the day, it's just hey, if you can, go for it. If you can't, that's also fine as well. There's nothing wrong with it. There is really nothing wrong with it. Right, but yeah, overall with the nightlife over there, a max out relationship will probably just last 2 months if they really went for it, because, you know, with nightlife like that, you're kind of just like, I'm not saying I haven't seen couples going to, you know, nightlife like that together, because that's just a norm over there, but I personally would just be a huge meh situation. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, honestly, overall for you, you just, it's something you have to make a decision on. It's not something for me to say as well. I'm just telling you my experience. I'm just telling you that I got lucky. I'm very thankful that my current relationship now, you know, is working, thankfully. But, you know, you do need to make sure that, you know, when you do get hurt, you need to protect yourself somehow. You do have to protect yourself somehow. Therapy with you, lol. We somehow went to right after Danny said that, but, you know, it is kind of a good thing, honestly, to talk about too sometimes, just because, you know, you're not on your own. There's definitely gonna be people out there like you, but, you know, yeah. You can't ignore advances. Look, it's okay to ignore advances. When you meet the one, you probably will go for it. Like, if you don't, it's fine as well. It just depends. It just depends. But anyways, back with the normal thing. No, you don't be sorry for derailing stream. It's more or less just me wanting to give a little bit of, you know, insight. You shouldn't take once again, none of you should take what I say too seriously. Yes, there's some things that maybe you can follow. There's some things that you don't like. You don't have to be like, oh, this is it's been a while since I think. Sometimes it's really just a small thing of me saying, look, I've been in this position before. I'm very lucky for myself. If you are going to try it, be aware that you will be hurt. Be aware that maybe the friendship will be cut. Be aware that you will maybe your feelings will not be recuperated, but also know that you are not alone, and it'll just take time to recover. That's kind of where that is. It was already derailed by the time that we started talking about relationships in the title. But yeah, you don't have to listen to everything I was just saying. Oh, these two aren't bad bands. Anyways, back to story time, right? So, in a nutshell, most that relationship will only last 2 months, sadly. I don't think it will really last that long. Right? So there's really just that. What else is there? There is oh yeah, so now for those of you who are black person of color, for BPOC, it's I don't know, but like from what I've heard as well, right, they've like the old people typically think you guys as dirty. That's probably not the way. They're very ignorant as well. But I guess that's also because, like, you know, black person of color is really rare in CM, but like if you see in the news, they try rub your thing. Your thing. Thank you for the veg. I'm ready to confess to. So true. Yeah, but like just because 95% of it failed doesn't mean, you know, you should not go for it. Right, it's your life. You've only one chance at it anyways, and you gotta do what you gotta do, realistically speaking. But like, yeah, for black people of color, I don't know. Like, people say it's ignorant. I can see why they say it's ignorant, but also, like, I guess if it's only old people that do that, then it's fine. They don't really hate you. Because, like, for CM people, I won't say we, I will say they, because I don't hate Japanese people. They will probably have really ill feelings to Japanese people, ill feelings. Now, the traditional ones will. The traditional ones have really ill feeling. Maybe the recent millennials as well. Right, because the traditional ones have been telling the millennials what JB has done to CN, and maybe for Japan too, also vice versa. Like, if you're a black person of color, they wouldn't be racist. They're really ignorant is what I've seen and what I've heard. But like, it does sometimes get a bit annoying because apparently they rub you. Now, with Chinese people, they don't have etiquette. Like, CM people does not have etiquette, especially the old people. Do not expect etiquette from them. For those of you who are going to go to China, if you're white, do not expect etiquette from them. Do expect a lot of eyes, and do be careful. Because you are going to be the main target of a scam. They might go and sell your organs. Because my grandma, my grandma once got. My grandma once got she didn't get poisoned, but she got you know those sleeping things, you know, in TV you put the sleeping things over and then you kind of just fell asleep. So she got a sleeping thing and then her wallet was taken and then her belongings was taken, and you know that is a pretty bad thing to be unavailable for 3 days. She was basically asleep for 3 days, left on the road, by the way, and it took, you know, my grandfather a long time, like quite a while to find her. So, you know, like, do be careful, please. Now, I do know that in CN there is, like, in the big cities, yes, there's going to be a lot of guards, but in the other countryside, you better be careful. You gotta be very, very, very careful there. For those of you who in the future want to go to CN, in the big cities, maybe you're fine. In smaller cities, genuinely speaking, be very careful, okay? Like, it's I would want to say it's a joke, but it's not, because it has happened before. I'm not saying it will always happen, but if it did, you do need to be careful. Well, yeah, the old people are just a little bit ignorant, but you know, overall it's like blah. So yeah, chocolate release endorphins on your brain. That's oh yeah, the chocolate does work. It is a bit saddening. I'm kind of hoping that CN would put out a little bit more. I think for the newer gens kind of do know black people, like they do know them, and they won't do it. So I think it'll take time. But then I just don't know about the old. Like, people without education will usually be meh, and a lot of people don't have education in CN, so there's also that too. The green tea face, you spelled it. Lol. Green tea face, did I do green tea face? But yeah, that's kind of just that. So that's kind of like you know, black personal color in CN. Now I don't know any much, right? Because I didn't get any stories from that aside from that. But it's mainly, yeah, it is a bit saddening, but also the traditional people. So I guess lack of education. But like, if any young people do that, I will be very pissed. I think if any young people do it, I will be very pissed, because they should know etiquette. At least young people should. Old people, I give them a bit of leeway. Young people, nah. You know, so like there's also that too. What else has happened? But like, overall for CN, it's a good place to visit. I don't personally think it's a good place to stay for long. Just because the heat will kill you, and the inflation is horrible too. Realistically speaking, the inflation is horrible. Usually people who go to nightlife in, you know, Shanghai, Beijing, big major cities are pretty rich, so you know, like you genuinely will be like, okay. Okay, sorry, it's what pick up. Yeah, it is kind of black. It is kind of black, honestly. Like, you know, it's just yeah. See some student coming in and saying, I look like a Brazilian, want to take a photo. Can you live off IVL salary? Yes, you can. But for managers, from what I heard, right, it's really hard for managers to live off IVL. But like, overall for IVL, like, some people get paid 6 figures in IVL, but they're on the top. Other mainly 5 figures, right? 5 figures means it's usually 20k, 30k, but then 6 figures are around the 100ks. So you can just think about it as like, sometimes if you're bad, you're minimum wage. Sometimes if you're good, you're like 120k. You can think about it like that. But it usually doesn't go over. IVL is the league, the professional league in CN. And then sometimes for commentators, commentators has to rely a lot on, from what I heard, commentators rely a lot on the games, number of games they commentate. So it's not based on the hours of commentate, it's based on the number of games, right? And then they also do streaming too. So like, you do have to stream, you do have to restream. And then like, if you go on the IVL page, they usually have like all the other commentators lives here for you to watch as well. Now, they do get a living. It's not like they're in poverty. I don't know how much they get paid, but like, they get paid based on the number of games they commentate. Now, some people are better off because they have more people watching them on stream. Some people maybe not so much as well, right? One of the female casters, which is a fan of GR, they left IDV. I think it was a scandal. They left IDV, and this is the sad thing, right? it's not like she from what I heard, it's not like she wanted to leave, but she was kind of let go. And you know, this female caster graduated from, I think she graduated from one of the most popular art schools in China. So then, like, it just means she's really good at casting, commentating, creating good atmosphere, etc., etc. And you know, she was kind of you know, just let go. From what I heard, it's let go. And she did have a lot of now. She did have a lot of followers too. So like a lot of people were mad about it. Do you know what I mean? Now they have gotten new casters in. There is still some OG female casters there too. But like, I personally don't know why they let her go, especially with how good she is with with the interviews and such. But you know, oh well. But like, or it could be because, like, she also got offered a really good career. She got offered a really good career in a TV show, which I'm quite sure pays more. So yeah. Now, once again, I think they let her go because that's what I heard in the Bilibili videos, right? But then like, she also got a really good career, anyways, on a TV. For a TV, like they're like a, you know, host for a TV. They definitely played a lot more, but you know what I mean. It's bad writing, my friend. It is bad writing. Oh, but congratulate EMP for winning. But yeah, that's that. Is there any? I'll end it off with one last funny story. We'll move on to I'll throw game 5 on the field. We'll move on towards the one last story. A good story to end it all. We'll throw this on. Quite interesting experience. Students, I was a model and Russian because my blonde hair being tall. That's super sharp. I'm sure you are. You need to have more confidence in yourself, my friend. I mean, everyone's attractive in their own way. Being confident is attractive. Being confident is attractive. Being arrogant is a different thing. Just know the difference and you'll be fine, my friend. Aside from that, what else do I remember? Oh my god, I think I remember one thing. I think I noted it down on my phone as well, what I wanted to say as well. It's like I either put it on my phone or I put it on Discord because I always make sure to write down interesting things to say.
We've got that new IJL Hall skin coming out on the upper senior hair cinema role, representing those of us who love to wear shiny new things.
Okay, I'm going to double check my Discord real quick. You're not going to be able to see Discord, but you know.
We're in the second to last day, and we're actually going for the psychologist here. So, hanging around this area, throwing down our first pellet, Cinia is going to mission, vault over the little boat here, but cinema roll teleporting back, coming in for that surprise swing, but a little bit too far. So we're going to see Shania transition, but both of these pellets have been used.
Okay, let me see. I think it's in one of my group chats with the other guys. Okay, let's see what they say. Oh, I remember. Where is it? It's my class group chat. I kind of. What did they say? What did they say? We can pass by 15 credits 2010. Oh, I'm just trying to see because I'm quite sure it was something.
Yes, we've got 2 more hits on this site.
I don't.
Unfortunate situation for cinema roll, but that was a terror shock.
Tony, you feel like recognize? Yeah, it is Tony. It is Tony. This is a Tony. Yes. This is IVA for Southeast Asia. What did I say? Oh yeah, sorry. CM mandating. Okay, CM mandating. Okay, look. How much do I? Okay, I'm just thinking how much do I have to say?
See this down on the psychologist. Well, they're healing up. Good for them. Unfortunately, we're going to see a hit on the wall at least 4, but that means.
Okay. We'll go to CM men then. I think it's a bit easier. Now, just like women, men are kind of the same. So, like for CN men, it's long hair, it's white as well. White, like light color skinned white. I'm just gonna say white because by technicality they're white by that point, right? Yeah, they would often date Asian women too. They would often. They're gonna go bye, Put. Thank you for coming. Sorry, this went a little bit over the hand, but they would date Asian women too. But like they also would date white people. They also would date white people because like. They would if they have a chance. Let's say they would if they have a chance, but I don't think they will approach you first. That's just the thing. I haven't seen much that approaches you first. It's also because they're mainly traditional because of their grandparents. So like, you know how I'm gonna clear that off. So you know how for CN men, right? You have traditional parents, which means you will get traditional thoughts, which means that you would usually think that you want to date Asian women because your parents want you to date Asian women, and you know, it's really bad, but usually, like, as bad as it sounds, sometimes depending on where you are, you might be treated as accessories. Now, sometimes for CN women too, they like to be treated as accessories. I'm not saying all women, I'm just saying sometimes, right? But I think it's just a tradition there. Like, okay, they're not like maybe they like being treated accessories, but they also are like, you know, empowered. They also are like independent, etc., etc. But you know, with all those in mind, yeah, it's somewhat around the lines of family pressure too, because like for traditional parents, they kind of do a lot. They put a lot into the men, right? And then like for women, it's a really sad thing. Like especially if you traditional parents and then you are a woman in CN, you wouldn't really be valued that much. CN women love. But when it comes to CN women are more bold, right? They are more bold. They are also more loud. They are also more annoying. I'm joking. I'm just saying my sisters by this point. Lol. They are more bold. They are more talkative. Let's say they can talk, and they are more initiative, right? But like usually for and I was just describing my sister as well. But like usually it is sibling standard. I didn't mean one. I just meant siblings lol. Like my sisters are fine. They're fine with other people. It's just with me because I'm the middle child. Look, I'm the middle child. I'm the brother. I'm the only guy in the house. So like, oh, like look, my parents aren't traditional, right? So like, overall, my family is really good. But like, since I'm the only guy in the house, I'm the one to bully, lol. Annoying. Anyways, aside from that, so for CMN, they're pretty much into Asian women who are traditional. They are traditional. They would want the woman to stay at home. They would want it's basically everything that the West hates, right? It is, and then it's also very fair that the West hates it, because I also don't think that women just like, you could stay at home if you want to. You can be a stay-at-home mom, which you want to, but you shouldn't be forced. If you shouldn't be forced, then you can pick. I can't. Believe me, I can't. I would love to, but I can't. But you know what? Yeah, it's more tradition. It's more on the traditional side. Now they are getting a bit more open-minded. They are getting a bit more open-minded, of course. But you know, like it's just overall. If they are traditional, they are traditional. You are not going to like it. You are not going to like it. If they are traditional, you will not like it. You will hate yourself, genuinely, for being a woman, and that's very sad. Do you know what I mean? But like in the modern era now, it is better. It is better. Because good job commentating an element told me you should be coming. Thank you, Nelson. I will see whether I can get it or not. It's really just a geographical issue. But like overall, like for CN, it's just two sides of a coin by that point. It really is two sides of a coin by that point. Like if you're a woman and then you are in your traditional household, you are like respectfully speaking, you are gone. Especially if you're from the countryside, you are gone. You are gone. Right? Like, if you are really traditional, you are gone. And that is sad. Now, it is getting better. I won't lie, it is getting better. And it's still like this in other places. But like, if you are gone, it's really, really bad. Right? But so then like for men, it's just, I could say toxic masculinity because of the expectations that they have on women. Now, this probably has went to a minority, because if we're talking about modern day men, it's a real small minority, because like most men also just go out with women to party. They just go out with women to party, so you know, like but like also the bad part is I think the whole Playboy thing, like I don't know about Western, but I think the Playboy thing is really bad too. I don't like the Playboy thing. That's just a no-no for me. And I don't even think like, I don't know how they view that there. This game, lol. Oh, me want me doing this, lol. Yeah, the arrange, look, for arranged marriage, honestly, do whatever what you want to do. Do whatever what you want to do. Good for you. And I think it's something that we also have a little bit of a stereotypical thing too, because for the West, we're like, oh, arranged marriage, oh, that's bad. You're not marrying someone who you want to marry. But then like for them, if they are happy, then, you know, just let them be. Just let them be. This is something I recently learned. And it's kind of like, you know, my sister was kind of like, look, just let them be if they're happy. And I know, like, you're right. I shouldn't be, you know, too judgeful on that. And, you know, like, you know, sometimes you just have to be a little bit open with, like, minds like that. You respect, you know, other people's traditions. But also at the same time, we are still a little bit stereotypical for most of the time. But yeah, I don't know, it's just be careful of playboys, really. Like, if I was a girl, and then if I, like, as many of you here said as well, if you were a girl, and then you see someone you like, and then they're going to, unless they are willing to stop going to nightclubs after meeting you, great. If not, oof. Honestly, oof. Just, yeah. Cause like at the end of the day, you need to develop. At the end of the day, you need to develop feelings. So like it's not bad. It's not bad if it works, but if it is bad if it doesn't work. I hate the flirting. God damn. You know what? When you're in love, you'll do it too, or maybe you won't, because everyone's different, and that's fine too. And that's an IVA thing. So yeah, for like CM men, if you're lucky, you'll find someone that actually loves you. Right, but then if you're unlucky, you'll be down the rabbit hole on the traditional side, which I don't like. I really don't like. I really don't like. Smoking and vaping, yeah. I think they stopped smoking. I think they're mainly vaping now, or they're still smoking, I don't know. But like, honestly, the smoking vaping thing, I've seen a lot of old people do it. Like, my dad does it too, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's not the best. But you know, like, overall, what I would say is, most men's are charming. Most men's are charming. But that's also because they have money. Most women are charming. But that's also because they have money. It just all ties down to money at the end of the day.
Do you think we're gonna be brave and chase rescuer first, or maybe are we just gonna go in the hospital?
You know.
Take on that serum?
So yeah, I did the Playboy about 5 years ago. The whole this frustration. Yeah, that's. Oof, that's my friend. It's not good. It's really not good. So like that's just things, you know, if you are going to get into things like that, just be aware of the nightlife, you know. I don't want to say it too, but sometimes I don't trust other men talking about, you know, sometimes I don't really, like, even with Western men here, when I hear them talking about women, I just be like, mech. Now, I'm not saying I don't talk about women like that, right? But like, usually when you talk about women like that, you don't talk with other guys about it. It feels really wrong. Maybe you say to yourself about it, I'll be like, oh, she's very harsh, oh, she has nice curves. But like, Okay, maybe that's fine. That's like a small compliment, but it gets really uncomfortable when I go in depth. You know, it's just things. You know, you have to be very careful. I don't watch TV that much. You know. But yeah, I mean, overall, right? Overall, right? Whatever the playboy, go ahead and use girlfriend. Yeah, it's really bad. You do have to be very, especially for girls out there. Like, the best example is Andrew Tate. Okay, the best example is that guy. Look, please don't. I think Moist Critical made a really good point about it, and Ludwig made a really good point about it, about saying that he puts in small truths to make him sound good, but you know, look. Bye, Lavi. We'll be ending it soon here too as well. I kind of just overextended, but you know, like, honestly, girls, be very careful. Like, it's bad. It's really bad. Like, Jesus Christ, I don't even know what to do about it anymore. It's bad. Lol. You know, like, it's because it's really shrewd. You need to be careful on social media as well, right? A lot of things on social media are really shrewd, really shrewd. Because, like, from what I've seen as well, like, for both men and women, it's like unrealistic expectations, stupid double standards on men and women, and it's just, you know, like, when you're looking for a relationship, be really careful about everything. Yeah, he twists a lot of stuff. He makes it. Yeah, it's just not good. It's really just not good. I'll have to take Ryan's own hand, but I'm okay with. Oh, that's fine. You know what? If that's what you like, that's good too. You know, and like, look, if and like, you know, if you can break up, that's really good as well, because then at least you still have, like, you can give it a try, but you're not forced into it, and that's what's important. Yeah, instant attack that just isn't the best. It really just, so do be careful out there, honestly. But yeah, aside from all that, aside from all that, I'm pretty good. I'm just trying to get used to my schedule right now, so then I can maybe start a tourney for EU, and then move forward, making guides, get the tier list out. But yeah, overall, this wasn't a bad stream. Overall, really nice story time. But honestly, I don't know how we got here. Just be careful out there, everyone, guys and girls. Honestly, right, guys and girls, honestly, just overall, be very careful. Yeah, not him, definitely not him. For the guys, please don't listen to what he's saying. You're not gonna live a good life if you do that, genuinely. Because, like, okay, the one last thing really is just, if you listen to him, you're not gonna find the right girl. That's what I'm gonna say. If you listen to him, you're not gonna find the right girl. It does not work like that. Life isn't like that, and girls aren't like that too. And girls, oh, nice vault, and girls aren't like that too, you know. So yeah, like, when you see other girls talk about guys, they're not all always like that, but you do have to be careful. Now, once again, I'm not trying to generalize. I'm just saying, look, if it mainly happens with men, then it's a men issue. If they can't contain themselves and they're like pigs, you gotta be careful. Anyways, so yeah, with that in mind, be careful out there. And this is the only stream I end up doing. Oh, we're not gonna do this next stream, by the way. But I will see you guys Thursday. Yeah, he's just doing rage bait. He's just trying to no, just don't. Honestly, just don't. Overall, just be very careful. Please be very careful for all of you out there. Now, I'm not as old as any of you. You're not as young as any of me. My harsh. But, like, overall, just, you know, be very careful out there. And, you know, like, and I hope you guys could find joy in a relationship. You know, maybe it might not always work, but at least you're trying. I do too, don't worry. Lol. Bro, someone called me 27! Look, I do look old sometimes, but it's fine. Anyways, that's gonna be enough today's stream. I'm gonna have to send this to Netties. We'll see how it goes. I might end up doing the whole stream, but, you know. Thank you for coming. I will see y'all Thursday. I'm just trying to get used to my work schedule now. And yeah. Concern with other values, give education. Oh, I mean, that's fine. Everyone just has different, you know, opinions too, but, like, you know. If Mirror's okay with it, then she's okay with it. If she's not, then yes, it would be an issue, but, you know, like, You know, like, well, we know where you're coming from. At least you are your mother's older sister. Would it be bad if I say that some people think I'm like fucking 50 sometimes? Like, I don't look 50, alright, but I look tall enough for. Bro, when you guys have little kids calling you aunties and uncles, you'll know how I feel. You will know how I. Anyways, thank you for everyone coming into the. You know, no, he has not been released yet. We will make a video on him, of course, when he has been released. But for now, no, most likely next season he's gonna come out. But overall, yes, yes. A waiter said that to me. Wish. That's a hit on the bone. I usually, you know what, when I talk to colleagues, I look, even if you don't look young, you're gonna have to say you look young just to make them feel good. Okay, small pro life tip: don't always be honest. Even if they don't look young, call them young. Okay, they'll laugh and smile. If you think they look 60, tell them they're 40. Okay, good. Okay, anyways, aside from that, thank you for coming. Bye for now. Mother lovely, but I was. Yeah, that's just life overall. But you know, thank you for coming. I'm gonna go back editing tomorrow's video. Sayonara. Have a good day. Good night, everyone. Rest for me. But have yeah. That's good. Yeah, there you go. That's true. Bye.